river. So remaining area of the physiography, the mapping portion of the India, I think central India we have covered yesterday. You understood that northward dominating force is tectonic. Though rivers also cutting the mountain, but what is the main force? Tectonic. That's why Himalayas is still rising. But if you just discuss the southward, then depositional action by the river is dominating. But once we come to further plateau side, then here complex, you can say the things are there. Some areas the erosion, some area the deposition, some areas the even tectonic little bit as well, minor, but that is negligible tectonic. And if we say that in Plateau India, throughout the history of Plateau India, it has seen several processes because it got more time. Because if any area for more time, any rock for more time, it would see many things with the time. Could be the possibility of the volcanic eruption, could be the possibility that river may erode that area, could be the possibility that in some deposition action as well by the river sediments. So many things are there. But which are the common thing in the plateau India? Most of the rocks are older, harder, and also denser and mineral rich. Tectonically more or less stable area. These are the common things in plateau. And generally neither surface too high nor too low. Rather plateau-like structure and some places even the hills. For example, one famous hill earlier was mountain, the Aravali, young folded mountain that time, now it is old folded mountain and it has been cut by the river action. And remaining portion of the Aravali is of course mineral rich, Rajasthan famous for mining. But sometimes excessive mining, then it may degrade the surface. That may also bring the sand particle and water crisis also by losing the vegetation. Ultimately, this surface, we will say which kind of surface then? Land degradation or desertification issue. So, we have to accept it that we have to use our resources, but which way of the resource utilization? Overusage or overexploitation or optimum? Optimum. Optimum is indication of the sustainability or development must be in controlled way. That could be long-term sustainable or you can say the beneficial to us. So we have to do the development, we have to carry on, but that should not be unmindful, unabated and unscientific. Suppose excessive damage we do either of the plants or by the rock of the rock, then the things will be either in Himalayan zone or in Aravalli zone, older or harder rock or young fragile rock. एक लिमिट के बियॉन्ड रॉक क्या करेंगी थोड़ा कुछ ना कुछ उसमें चेंजेस आएंगे नेचर विल रिस्पॉन्ड एंड दिस नेचर रिस्पॉन्स इज क्वाइट डेंजरस it could be drought, it could be flood, it could be many more action. So yes, we have discussed in Himalayan zone more disaster prone, but in Aravalli area, which problem is more? Which disaster is more? Desert and drought condition, water crisis, and also a little bit soil erosion and wildlife loss, pollution, etc. But we know that in entire plateau India, similar kind of formation, different kind of formation. For example, one plateau nearby Aravalli, Malwa, that is volcanic plateau. And this volcanic eruption occurred too long, you can say long back in 2 billion, 3 billion, or slightly recent times in plateau India. Recent time, because of which reason, which time once Indian plate already got detached from Gondwana land and was started to move to which direction? Northward. Meanwhile, near Madagascar, from the mantle, which activity occurred? Hotspot activity. And here right now, which island is visible? Reunion Island. That's why this region is also called by which name? Reunion Hotspot. This area still existed, but Indian plate is still there or moved northward. Northward. So which India has seen lots of volcanic eruption? Western India or Eastern India? Western. Western may be north. You can say slightly southwest, or you can say the Plateau India, Malwa region, and even Gujarat side, Maharashtra side. Today we will discuss this part. And you know very well that this lava which will come up, that would be iron rich or aluminum rich, the denser lava, iron rich. Magnetite or hematite? Magnetite. Color of magnetite is black, therefore the lava color is also black, and thus soil formation is also black. But black soil, which kind of characteristics generally? This iron rich soil is fertile, and we grow the cotton, we grow many crops in these areas, soya bean, gram, many more. Volcanic soil is also fertile like alluvial soil. So we have to know that India is having good base for agriculture. Our physiography is like that, our you can say rocks like that, or the kind of deposition, alluvial soil in the northern India and black soil in south, both are fertile. And that's why one of the important nation in agriculture the India is. So if I say India is in many crops either number one, number two, or number three, correct or incorrect? Correct. So we will discuss this part in detail in agriculture. So if we know the rock, we know the soil also, because soil is developing over the rock. So the Malwa region is good for agriculture, western Madhya Pradesh that is, but northward very old rocks is still there. Those are basically mineral rich a lot. Bundelkhand, but Bundelkhand UP or MP or both. But which challenge in the harder rock? Harder rocks are compact. Compact rocks don't have the much gap. So if rainfall will occur, rainfall will easily recharge, or rainwater will go down and recharging the groundwater, or it will be lesser and lesser, unlike the North India. Less percolation, less infiltration, tight rocks, compact rocks. So we have less groundwater in South or in Plateau India. So if you know the Peninsula Plateau states, then these are having one challenge. Which challenge? Less groundwater, plenty of groundwater, less groundwater. So if no rainy season, and river water is also very less, lake water is also very less that time, and then even the people can't too much water from the ground. But in North India, which benefit is there? If no rainfall is occurring, people have which facility? They can drill Tarai region, they can drill Khada region, they can get plenty of water from inside. So, despite lots of population in UP, Bihar, but less water crisis. But in South, we have lesser population, but even though the problem is there. So, Bundelkhand to Karnataka plateau, we have the problem. So, natural condition also not so suitable for water conservation. So that's why what you will advise for Bundelkhand, we have to make sure artificially also some lake-like structure or flat structure. Lake-like structure. We call these area wetland, ponds, lakes, so that if little bit rainfall will occur, it will store in that area. And in which time we can utilize this water? In non-rainy season. So we have to create the wetlands. And other areas, Bagelkhand and Chota Nagpur, again mineral age, but you know it very well. Once we discuss the mineral area, then the best area, which area? Chota Nagpur. So Chota Nagpur has lots of older rock, harder rock, large size as well. And earlier this zone also attached with Australia. If Australia is mineral rich, India is also mineral rich. Same kind of rocks are there. Uranium, we have the gold, we have the iron, we have the coal, we have the mica. Many more minerals are there. I will discuss this part, mineral resources again. So first one base, the natural base, the physiographic base. And I think yesterday we discussed that Central Island, and which area now? The Deccan area. Yes, please. Submarine plateau, you know very well, ocean bed also having the plateaus. Actually, we have this idea that beneath the ocean water, suppose any ocean you search, either Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, or Arctic Ocean, or Southern Ocean, then water, beneath the water we have which kind of rocks? The oceanic crust we have, correct? But our perception is that oceanic crust is flat. But oceanic crust is also having number of features. So we have in ocean bed some mountain also, submarine mountain that we will call through the volcanic activities. plenty of volcanic activities occurring inside the ocean, Indian Ocean also. That is pushing Indian plate also northward. Hmm? No, no, seamount is different, you can say. Geode, seamount, these features. For example, if I say that if we discuss that right now, if lava is erupting in that area, we call oceanic ridge, which is submarine mountains or oceanic ridge. But it's possible that once lava will erupt, it will push this block and this block here. Gradually, these areas will remain here, or these area will shift side by side, will shift. But their remnant will be past volcanic eruption here or here. So we will call this structure by which name sea mount. So these are, of course, the volcanic feature. But volcanic feature exactly present lava eruption, slightly side by side. These are now side by side, and these are mining mineral rich area. India recently got one sea mount of Indian Ocean for mining purpose. Volcanic area good for that. सो सी माउंट इस तरह के स्ट्रक्चर को क्या कहते हैं इधर जो ये वॉल्केनिक फीचर या वॉल्केनिक रॉक सी माउंट थोड़े उठे हुए हैं ओशनिक क्रस्ट पर तो व्हाट वी हैव टू नोटिस दैट बीनीथ द ओशन वाटर ओशन सरफेस इज ऑल्सो जिगजैग और फ्लैट it is also zigzag. It has valley like structure, mountain like structure, plateau like structure, hill like sea mount. छोटी छोटी hills जैसे भी structure है So we have variety on the earth, either on the surface of the continent or the surface of the ocean bed, we can say. So sea mount is which kind of feature? Volcanic feature. Recently, India got the rights of one sea mount of Indian Ocean near south of, you can say, equator के आसपास कहीं पर India को ये, and we can extract the mineral. In mining, we will discuss this part. Which area India got? The international water is one or Indian water is one? International water. So we got the rights through the UN agency recently in the current affairs. Okay, if I say that Deccan Plateau is, if we focus upon the Deccan Plateau here, then map wise you are aware of Deccan Plateau is then this area is southward triangular shape and here we have the Deccan Plateau. For example here and here this area and this side and here the Deccan Plateau. Even extension of Deccan Plateau, this portion of Gujarat also, southern Gujarat this side, this entire area. It is a Deccan Plateau structure. And this side, which island we have? Central Island. Then we have which area? Great Plain or North Indian Plain. Then we have further Himalaya and Trans-Himalaya. So the Deccan Plateau being a part of the Peninsula Plateau, similar to Central Island, only you can say the plateaus or the hills or combination. Plateaus and hill combination. Some old plateaus, some old hills. And which names are there of the plateaus? Which name of the hills we have here? Any idea of the hills and the plateaus? Then if we say the hills in Deccan Plateau, hills, then one hill is there, Vindhyachal or Satpura? Here Satpura. Start from Satpura, Maharashtra MP border, Satpura. Satpura range also we call. Range means single hill or group of hill? Group of hill. Chain or range. Even we have one more famous hills, those we call the Western Ghats. Also which Ghat? Eastern Ghats. Satpura range, Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, these are the hills, the famous hills. And which plateaus are there? Malwa Plateau is part of Central Island, but if we just check the Deccan Plateau, then Deccan Plateau has one famous plateau, the first Deccan Trap, that is in Maharashtra. Deccan Trap, largely Maharashtra zone. Then south of Maharashtra we have Karnataka state, then Karnataka also plateau. Main area of the Karnataka is plateau structure. If you see the Bengaluru is like a plateau. And further, you can say very close to Karnataka in front, eastward slightly, we have Telangana, the new state. Telangana is also plateau. Telangana plateau. So Telangana state, Karnataka state, largely plateau state. And even in Andhra, south of Telangana, one plateau is there, South Andhra, Rayalaseema plateau, Tirupati, and surrounding area, Anandpur, Chittoor, Rayalaseema plateau. UPSC asked this question also in the past, Rayalaseema, which area? And one more plateau is there, slightly northward, that is the Bastar plateau. Which plateau? Bastar. Bastar means which state? Chhattisgarh. Recently in the news, Bijapur, the Naxal also got killed in the news. So you have to connect easily through the physiography, through the geography. So geography must always be a part of the current affairs. Its location, any event occurs, then that location, okay, which geography they say. How much north, south, east, west, plus which kind of rocks are there, which kind of features are there. It will be very useful later on to assess the things in recent times. Bastar Plateau, Rayalaseema Plateau, and this. For example, if I say Telangana Plateau, Karnataka Plateau, we are aware, but Deccan Trap mainly which state? Maharashtra. And Rayalaseema Plateau, which area? Andhra. And Bastar means which state? Chhattisgarh. But one more plateau you can write down, extension of Deccan Trap, is side में Gujarat में, and this plateau also we call the Saurashtra Plateau. Which plateau? Saurashtra. So one more plateau you can note down, Saurashtra Plateau. Saurashtra means which Gujarat? South Gujarat. This area Saurashtra. Actually, Saurashtra and Kathiawad, these are the synonymous term we call. So Saurashtra Plateau also, in some books it is mentioned which area? Kathiawad, Junagadh, Amreli, Gir Hill, Girnar Hill, those we call this central area of the Kathiawad or Saurashtra area. So Saurashtra Plateau or Kathiawad Plateau. Which state? Gujarat. But Eastern Ghat, Western Ghat, only one state or many states? Many states. Satpura range also many states. So we will try to show this part also in the map. For example, in the map, if we say one hill is there, this hill is which hill here? Having many parts here. And this area we call Satpura range. MP, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, almost. And which famous hilly area this one? Western Ghat, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, till Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu. And this side, which Ghat we have here? Eastern Ghat. Odisha, Andhra, Telangana, also Tamil Nadu, touching some places, Karnataka as well this side. So that is Eastern Ghat. So we have Western Ghats, WG for Western Ghat and EG for Eastern Ghat. And also which area in between we have? One area we have here. Which area is this one in Maharashtra? D for Deccan, T for Trap. Which area is this one? K for Karnataka. Which area in front of Karnataka or South Andhra? This one R for Rayalaseema. This area which area? T for Telangana. And which area this one northward here? B for Bastar. And S for which area this one or K for Saurashtra. So these are the areas of Deccan Plateau. Are you able to recall this part also? Which area this one? Vindhyachal. Which area this one? Aravali. Which plateau this one? Malwa. Which plateau this one? And this one? Bagelkhand in this area? Chota Nagpur. And this side the Rajmahal. This part is which hill? Kaimur. And this area of the Aravali? Delhi Ridge. So again and again, twice, thrice you check. It is not difficult. Rather, you can easily remember, revise. So that must be our purpose. Within the class, we have to revise the things. Maximum things we have to revise. And whatever we have studied here, then again revising on the same very day. It will take hardly few minutes, not taking much time. If you go to the depth, then 1 hour, 2 hour maximum. But that will be then so much ingrained that if in weekly revision also you do, that would be enough. So in the beginning, revision is very key thing, and intense revision in the beginning. Later on, you will be yourself surprising that even those areas which considered highly factual area, but we recall many facts without any effort. So this area is Deccan and this area is this part. But one thing you can notice here that it is Vindhyachal, it is Satpura. There is a gap here, and one river is flowing in this gap, and this river we call by which name? The river Narmada. N for Narmada river. So Narmada river is dividing which two areas of the India? Central Highland from Deccan Plateau, or we even can say Central India from South India. And even if I say that Narmada river is closer to which line? The equator line or Cancer line? And Tropic Cancer dividing India into two half, northern half and southern half. So can we even say Narmada river is basically central river of the India dividing North India and South India? The scholars even accept that Narmada river should be a kind of natural boundary between North India and South India. If we are in south of Narmada, then we are in which area? South India, Deccan India. If we are north of Narmada, we are in the North India. So Central India, rock-wise, part of the plateau. But Central India, politically or culturally, we keep under which category? The North India part. Madhya Pradesh, like Haryana, like UP, Hindi-speaking area. Major part of Madhya Pradesh, north of Narmada or south of Narmada? North. So this area, even this entire. So Narmada river is also the kind of thing. So you can write down one thing also here, that regarding Narmada, little bit you can write down first. Narmada river between which two areas? Between Central Highland and which plateau? And Deccan Plateau. Which part of Deccan Plateau? Can you tell me which plateau? Which part? Satpura. And which part of Central Island? Vindhyachal. So can we say it is also between Vindhyachal and Satpura? So Narmada river between Vindhyachal and Satpura. Vindhyachal representing the Central Island here, and Satpura the this Vindhyachal and Satpura. But the question is that this valley Narmada river base, that once you go to that area, suppose you ever get an opportunity to see that area, then it is a very different kind of topography, physiography in that zone. Vindhyachal, Satpura almost having slopy surface or straight wall, and between that Narmada is going. So Narmada is normal V-shaped valley or slightly U-shaped valley, U-shaped valley. So once you check the Narmada zone, then in that area, if you notice here, that Narmada zone, suppose it is the Vindhyachal area, it is the Satpura area, and here a base here, and which river is flowing here? Narmada. It is the valley shape of the Narmada. And that's why we call it the special valley or normal V-shaped valley, unlike Ganga, Indus, Brahmaputra and many more rivers. It is slightly special valley. And this valley, the Narmada valley also, we call by one name. This we call the Rift Valley. Which kind of name we call? Rift Valley. Scholar consider that earlier Vindhyachal, Satpura, these are single block or these are the separate, you can say, single block. They were united. So many times we have discussed already that continent can come closer or they can join. and they can divide also. So earlier the situation was like that, very close to Himalayan formation time, that it is the Vindhyachal and Satpura joined together. Central Island, Deccan Plateau, no gap was there. These are joined together. But you know it very well, once Indian plate was moving northward, then Indian plate in western side, which kind of change occurred here? More heating, less heating western side, more heating. And heating either by the kind of Gondwana land detachment, the magma was pushing, plus also which activity in western side, reunion, hot spot. It led to the cracking in the rock or no crack in the rock due to the heating. Crack. Just keep the rock on any hot body. What will happen in the rock first? Cracks will develop. So Vindhyachal Satpura scholars say here some kind of cracks got formed here. More heating suppose, then some cracking here. But cracks are weak area, strong area. Weak area. Which problem cracks can face in the long run? And with the time cracks can open slightly more. So scholars consider that the heat of the beneath the Indian land surface, which led to the cracking, especially western side more, and gradually this cracking got opened also. Once Indian plate is trying to collide with the Eurasian plate, some changes occurred. Suppose here I have injury, and this block hitting continuously like that during the Himalayan formation, that this part will remain same or it will also be having the problem. And injury can be, blood can come out. If injury is there, again and again here, and this area could be open little bit. So same thing happened, scholars say, during the Himalayan formation, the kind of tectonic activities, collision going on northward, and this part of the India here, the crack got formed here, this crack got wide. And with crack got wider, then you know that more opening or less opening? More opening. This land will remain here, this land gets you can little bit subsidence. Subsidence. But inside which material was there? Magma here. But which kind of change occurred here? The surface after subsiding in middle area along the crack, then the surface became like that. So it looks like which diagram? This diagram. Then here land got subsided. Cracks got opened by internal heat. Then it may create a kind of valley, but that is tectonic valley or made by river water itself by cutting action, erosion action. Tectonic valley. So Narmada is which kind of valley? Tectonic valley. By internal force or external force again? The internal force. Internal force is which form? The heat, internal heat, magma heat, which acted upon it. This area subsided. Yes, please. Hmm? How Narmada originated? First of all, we have to say valley must be formed here because here land got subsided. Once land will subside, slope will be created or no slope will be there. Slope will be created. Correct? Can you tell me which side more heating took place in India? Western side or eastern side? Western side. So maximum subsidence took place in which area? The western side. So more slope to westward or eastward? Westward. It means Arabian Sea side or Bay Bengal side. Suppose between Vindhyachal and Satpura, western side, it is Arabian Sea. This land is like that. Slightly eastern side, this area is high, less subsidence. Has less melting, less heating in this side. This side more heating. Then water, suppose rainfall occurring in that area, this water will flow to which direction? Bay Bengal side, Arabian Sea side. Arabian Sea side. But river has cut this mountain with Vindhyachal Satpura, or first of all valley got formed here. Valley got formed by tectonic action, by internal heat. Having slope which side? This Rift Valley having slope westward, eastward. Slope westward, Arabian Sea side. Though maximum, you can say the plateau slope is eastward, but Narmada having the special slope by the internal heat. And due to this, once any area become low, suppose rainfall will occur. So water of the Vindhyachal, water of Satpura will go to which side? Here. And due to slope, this water will be stagnated here. It will run also. It will run toward which side? Where more and more melting subsidence, then westward. So this question UPSC asked once. कि Narmada river valley is or Narmada flow is westward Arabian Sea side. The reason behind that assertion reason based question. Then reason is which reason? Narmada is normal area, Rift Valley formation, Rift Valley. तो रिफ्ट वैली की वजह से एक अलग स्लोप हो गया इसका. And this side you can say more subsidence, more heating this side, more melting. This side less heating, then less melting here. So water of this direction can go to which direction? Here. Got this point? So this Rift Valley. And then shape of the Satpura is which kind of shape? After this straight subsidence here. Folded shape, block shape. ये block होता है. Block shape. And that's why Satpura, Vindhyachal we call which kind of name? Block mountain. Even technically this shape also one term, technical term, host we call. And Rift Valley also we call by which name? Graben. So this kind of terms also you can say Graben and the host. The Graben host is nothing but block mountain and the Rift Valley respectively. तो सतपुड़ा की शेप अब कैसे लगती है? ब्लॉक शेप. विंध्याचल का भी ये वाला एरिया कैसा लगता है? ब्लॉक शेप. ये कैसी वॉल है? स्ट्रेट वॉल है या नॉर्मल वॉल है? स्टीप स्ट्रेट वॉल. स्टीप वॉल लाइक रॉक. कभी कभी इसको भी टेक्निकली एक टर्म दिया जाता है इस तरीके स्टीप वॉल को, स्कारपमेंट, खड़े ढाल, स्कारपमेंट. तो आप देखेंगे बिल्कुल अगर बोट वगैरह में आप यहाँ पर हैं तो बिल्कुल रॉक ऐसे नज़र आएंगे आपको सीधे सीधे, स्ट्रेट वॉल लाइक. So Narmada is kind of zone that is very special zone dividing North India and South India, this Rift Valley. So if question comes up, this Rift Valley is almost in the center or in the northern India or southern India, almost in the center. Geographically we say it is a division line of the North India and South India, south of Narmada. As soon as south of Narmada, which area will be there? Satpura, Vindhyachal. Vindhyachal here, Satpura here. Satpura cross करते ही South India, Satpura and Southern. So Narmada river here, and one diagram would also be there. Suppose you check here that by internal heat, some kind of melting crack can be wider and land can subside. So this kind of shape, this shape will be which shape? Block shape. विंध्याचल, सतपुड़ा, नर्मदा वैली. ऐसी एक रिफ्ट वैली और भी बनी सतपुड़ा के साउथ में, तापी रिफ्ट वैली. सो सतपुड़ा के एक साइड में आप देखें नर्मदा, दूसरी साइड में तापी, बाय इंटरनल हीट. सिमिलर वे. तो विंध्याचल, सतपुड़ा सिमिलर, नर्मदा, तापी also similar. Also this diagram is also this kind of diagram. Suppose by internal heat some crack got wider, we called fault, and then land got subsided, 3D image, and now water is flowing one side to the other side, Rift Valley. So it is possible land can subside by tectonic action, yes. It is possible land can uplift by tectonic action, yes. If plates are converging, it will lead to upliftment, but if heat will be there, heat may divide. So Narmada is a kind of, which kind of area? Rift area, normal area, rift division by internal heat. But more melting took place westward, so flow of the water also westward. Westward, more heating India experience while movement. So if I say कि Narmada Rift Valley, suppose example Narmada Rift Valley. This Rift Valley formed at which time? Once कौन से mountain बन रहे थे? During the Himalayan formation. That's why we call slightly young Rift Valley, और बहुत पहले ही बन चुकी थी young Rift Valley. And another Rift Valley is which Rift Valley also? The Tapi Rift Valley. Narmada and Tapi both. Tapi and Narmada, you know, this water which water? Tapi water. And this water which water? Narmada water. तो इंटरनल हीट ने दो तीन वैली इस तरीके बनाई, नर्मदा एंड तापी. सो नर्मदा तापी विच काइंड ऑफ फ्लो इन इंडिया? वेस्टवर्ड फ्लो, ईस्टवर्ड फ्लो. मोस्ट ऑफ द रिवर फ्लोइंग ईस्टवर्ड, बट नर्मदा तापी westward because of the Rift Valley formation. and that's why which hill almost block shape both the side, the Satpura. So Narmada and Tapi, these two. So uh, this formation, but you know that if we say Satpura, that Satpura is example of which thing? Satpura and Vindhyachal. Satpura like Vindhyachal, parallel to each other, these two hills, and these are you can say like Vindhyachal, which kind of shape? Block shape mountain or block mountain. But these mountain is still mountain, or by erosion also hills. These are hill. Presently the hills. So Satpura. That's why once you travel to Vindhyachal Satpura, more the slopy surface or more peaks are there, minimum peaks are there, minimum peaks. Very few peaks are there, Vindhyachal Satpura. Almost that is flat area. But some peaks are there, that's why we are calling hilly area. But not as steep as the kind of area of the Himalaya or as the area of the Aravalli. So these are the shape of this part here. But if we discuss now Satpura, because ultimately we have to discuss which area, Deccan Plateau, come for this part, the Satpura range. If you write down Satpura range, a part of which plateau? Deccan Plateau, and Deccan Plateau is part of Peninsula Plateau. Peninsula Plateau is part of the Gondwana land. Yes, please. I will discuss this part. First Satpura, then Satpura is range. It means single hill or group of hills. As name suggests, Satpura, 7. तो इसमें पुड़ा मीन्स पहाड़. तो स्कॉलर से कि इसमें पुड़ा या माउंटेन 7 माउंटेन होंगे, एक माउंटेन नहीं है, 7 माउंटेन, जो कि इतनी हाइट की तो नहीं रह गए. So we have small hills also in Satpura range. And this Satpura range, if we discuss here, that this is the map of the India. Suppose V-shaped map we can draw for Deccan Plateau, and here we can take up that side the shape here, and here this Satpura, and Satpura is like that. Satpura here as well, Gujarat side, Satpura this part as well, Satpura here as well, Satpura slightly going northward in that way. Satpura थोड़ा इस तरीके से है, इस समय सतपुड़ा में हम ऐसे देखते हैं. These are also the hilly area, the low hills are there, but these are like that. And entire area we are calling Satpura. But we can say Satpura range between which two state? Between MP and Maharashtra. Which MP? South MP. And which Maharashtra? North Maharashtra. MP ka south, Maharashtra ka north. That is no need to even write down. But little bit it is coming to which state as well here? Gujarat. Little bit Gujarat also. And this side also which area as well? Little bit Chhattisgarh as well. But which are the main states? MP and Maharashtra, little bit Gujarat and Chhattisgarh. This side Chhattisgarh, this side Gujarat as well. Satpura range. And of course, this range has been modified by tectonic action, Rift Valley formation, which led to the which kind of formation? Block mountain. And northward, which river here? Northward Narmada flow, Narmada Rift Valley. And southward which river? Tapi river. Both are which kind of river? Normal river or rift valleys? Rift valleys. And these rift valleys got formed long back, billions back, or very close to Himalayan formation. So young or old rift valleys? Yeah. Here the Narmada flow. And this side the Tapi flow. But which kind of names are there in Satpura? 7 mountain, for example. 1 or 2 or 3 quite famous one. For example, till this area, a scholar call this range Satpura. Which range this one? S for Satpura. But this part of Satpura here, suppose I say this portion, Satpura, little bit northward. And this area we call extension of Satpura. Even this part also we call extension of Satpura. These two extension very famous. तो सतपुड़ा रेंज में दो ज़्यादा फेमस हैं. विच टू? दो भी स्मॉल स्मॉल, राजपीपला, गाविलगढ़, मेनी नेम्स आर देयर स्मॉल, but two are quite important here. Which two? Extension of Satpura. Extension of Satpura. One we call Mahadev Hill, and another we call the Maikal Hills. Which hills? Maikal Hills. Mahadev Maikal Hills part of Vindhyachal, part of Satpura. Part of Satpura. In one NCRT, I think 11th class NCRT, one blunder has been committed that the Maikal is part of Vindhyachal. Maikal is extension of Satpura. Kaimur is the extension of Vindhyachal, if you recall. Just like Vindhyachal is moving northward, we call Kaimur. And if we say the Satpura, Satpura is Mahadev and the Maikal range. But this Mahadev and Maikal hills, if we now talk about Mahadev Hill and Maikal Hill, then Mahadev Hill is which state slightly northward? MP south. And Mahadev Hill में MP का एक एरिया पड़ता है, that we call एक पीक जैसा एरिया है Mahadev Hill में, that we call धूपगढ़ peak. Which peak? धूपगढ़. Though it is missing the peak, but one peak we can say Dhupgarh peak is there. That is the highest place of Madhya Pradesh, highest place of Satpura, Mahadev part. But due to slightly the height, 1000 meter plus, this area is also known for hill station, Pachmani hill station. Which area? Pachmani. So Pachmani in which state? Madhya Pradesh. In which part of Satpura? Mahadev or Maikal? Mahadev. Near which peak? Dhupgarh peak. Pachmani is the hill station kind of area, natural, very famous area, biosphere reserve, and also full of wildlife, plant life, flora, fauna, hill station. The Pachmani area, cool climate also there. Pachmani. तो जैसे कि अरावली में नियर गुरु शिखर पीक, which famous hill station? Mount Abu in Rajasthan. Similarly, Madhya Pradesh famous for Pachmani, near Dhupgarh. But once we even discuss Maikal area also, then easternmost Maikal part is also like a peak, and this area even we call Amarkantak area. Which area? Amarkantak. So Amarkantak is lying in which area? Mahadev part, Maikal part? Maikal part. So this part we call also Amarkantak. And Amarkantak is of course easternmost part of Satpura, we can say. Easternmost part of Satpura. And Amarkantak is MP and which border also? Chhattisgarh. But MP वाले साइड से एक रिवर ओरिजिनेट कर रही है. Which river? Narmada river. Because eastern side slightly higher side, and western side due to melting took place here. So if rainfall occurring in that area, this water will flow in which direction? This water will go like that. And we will call this water by which name? Narmada water. So ultimately source of Narmada river, which area of the India? Amarkantak. Amarkantak means which hill? Maikal. Maikal is part of which area also? Satpura. So either UPSC ask you that Narmada has source in Satpura, correct. Which part of Satpura? Maikal range. And within the Maikal range, which area? Amarkantak. So source is this of Narmada. बट कौन से वाले साइड से, किस स्टेट वाले पार्ट से? छत्तीसगढ़ वाले पार्ट से, थोड़ा नॉर्थ से, थोड़ा नॉर्थ से MP से. तो नर्मदा रिवर सोर्स, फेमस रिवर ऑफ द इंडिया फ्रॉम अमरकंटक. UPSC asked this question in prelim exam last year कि अमरकंटक is where and अमरकंटक is part of which area. तो अमरकंटक is very much part of the Mahadev or Maikal. And Maikal is part of Satpura. And what is the significance of Amarkantak? Narmada river is originating. But one more river yesterday I discussed, and parallel to Kaimur and cutting through the Chota Nagpur area also. Which river this one? Northward. That is meeting with Ganga. Son river. So source of Narmada and Son river. Narmada river westward and Son river northward. Two famous river, Narmada and the Son river. That's why Amarkantak is also we call holy place, religious place, holy place. Amarkantak area. Two big river of the India, Narmada and Son. Narmada westward due to Rift Valley and Son river also. देखिए ये एरिया हाई है यहाँ पर धीरे धीरे आप ये सोचेगा नॉर्थ में जा रहे हैं तो ये कैसे जा रहा है, ऊपर जा रहा है, ऊपर नहीं जा रहा है, नॉर्थ में जा रहा है, नॉर्थ में ये एरिया उससे लो फिर उससे लो फिर उससे लो. So this part, the Son river. So it is about the physiography of the Satpura. If I say commonly Satpura area is forested area just like Aravali, non-forested area. Forested area, Vindhyachal also forested area. Hilly area normally forested. It means wildlife without wildlife, full of wildlife. If full of wildlife, then national park, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserve, these names are there. So we have to know that these areas are important area of the India, Vindhyachal hill, Satpura hill, Aravali hill, the hilly region. Slopy surface. Water flow is also there. So after Satpura range, which area we can discuss also, if you recall, that we can discuss Deccan Trap, Karnataka Plateau side by side. So just south of Satpura, we have this area Deccan Trap. So you can note down. One plateau is also there. Which plateau is this one? Deccan Trap. Trap is here a Swedish word. One Swedish geologist who has given this word, Swedish word, the meaning is stairs, सीढ़ियाँ, stairs. But why this name has been given stair-like feature? Because the surface is more stair-like, like that. Actually, if you talk about area, then which area is this one? Mainly, which state? Main area of Maharashtra is we call Deccan Trap. But which kind of area is this one? For example, if you show in the diagram here, then here. It is Gujarat and this side we have the Maharashtra. And this area of Maharashtra, main area of Maharashtra is which plateau is this one? The Deccan and T for trap. Deccan Trap. Can you tell me that which area is this one? Satpura, and northward which river? Narmada, and also which area? Vindhyachal, and which plateau is this one here? Malwa. And this area also, which area we have here? Saurashtra. Deccan Trap, Malwa, and Saurashtra has one common thing. What is that common thing? That all three having the same kind of volcanic plateau. Lava erupted in that area also, basaltic lava, same lava. Black soil area, this area. Why this zone lava got erupted here? Because western side more heating, less heating, more heating. And Reunion hot spot release the heat only till Malwa or till Gujarat and Maharashtra. But maximum lava got erupted in which area? Not Malwa. Rather which area? The Malwa. So once Indian plate was moving northward, once it came into the contact of the hot zone, then lots of lava in the western side. And this area like Malwa, like Saurashtra area, like Malwa, which kind of area? Black soil area or normal? Black soil. And black soil due to which activity? Volcanic eruption. So much lava got erupted in Maharashtra region just before the Himalaya. Once Indian land was passing above this hot spot Reunion that time. After detaching from Gondwana land, literally layer by layer, so much, and stair like surface after cooling of lava. stair like, and trap word because in south of the India it was called Deccan trap. So can I say that this Maharashtra has the maximum volcanic rock on the surface? But this volcano is still happening here, or it is no more any volcanic eruption here? No more. Why no? Why no more? Because Indian plate is still southward. Indian plate got shifted northward. Indian plate now got shifted northward. So we have to notice it that okay, Deccan Trap is one of the largest plateau, big size plateau, and made up of which activity? Volcanic eruption. Which volcanic eruption do you recall? Basalt or granitic? Basalt lava. And basalt lava rich in hematite or magnetite? Magnetite. Magnetite is form of iron or aluminum? Iron. And as color of the magnetite is black, therefore which soil got formed here? Black soil. And this area famous for good for agriculture, bad for agriculture. Good for agriculture, black soil, fertile. Many crop we can cultivate, like which famous crop in that area? Cotton crop, Maharashtra, even Swarashtra area, Gujarat area. Extension of, even we see Deccan Trap के दो extension है ये, Swarashtra area, Malwa area. Maximum center of the lava eruption, Deccan Trap in the past. And कितने year back ये हुआ है? 70 million years ago, just before the Himalaya. Just before Himalaya, this once India slightly southward, just before Himalayan formation. Himalayas formed afterwards, just before Himalayas. And this lava, even we call one time period, not tertiary, rather एक इसको हम कहते हैं वैसे geologically एक period माना जाता है. Which period? Cretaceous period. हिमालय कब बने हैं? टर्शरी पीरियड, क्वाटरनरी पीरियड? टर्शरी पीरियड. और ये सब पोलारा वाला है क्रिटेशियस. एंड इट इज़ ऑल्सो ए टाइम डायनासोर गॉट एक्सटिंक्ट. इवन स्कॉलर्स कनेक्ट lots of lava eruption of India responsible for dinosaur extinction. Actually, the kind of heating or volcanic eruption occurred here, climate got changed, and dinosaurs could not address this kind of change in the climate. And even it is said that dinosaur got extinct in Cretaceous period. One more reason is there. Asteroid also, you can say from the space, fell down in Mexican region. And in Indian area, Deccan Trap. Both even together led to the change in the climate. Lots of heat, lots of volcanic eruption, more gases came out, and clouds got formed, sunlight got cut off for thousands of years. Then change in the climate, and dinosaur could not adjust in that. So Cretaceous period is also known in biologically for which time period? Jurassic के बाद में है, पहले है Cretaceous. Jurassic age के बाद में डायनासोर वगैरह एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए, नई दुनिया आई मैमल्स वाली ह्यूमन बीइंग के उसके बाद. So volcanic activities played very significant role. So Deccan Trap, Malwa, Saurashtra, these kind of zone we call volcanic plateau or non-volcanic plateau. Volcanic plateau. Which lava plateau? Basalt. That's why we call this rock after cooling by which name? Basalt rock, dark color rock, having black soil. Good for agriculture. But this zone, if I say, only good for agriculture, good for mineral as well, mineral magnetite or hematite iron, magnetite iron. So UPSC asked one question, and that was in 250 words. And what was the question? Discuss the Deccan Trap of India and even examine the resource potential of the Deccan Trap. Resource of the Deccan Trap, benefit of the Deccan Trap, significance of Deccan Trap. And many students, what they have written was because in examination pressure, they haven't seen properly the Deccan Trap. They discuss only Deccan Plateau. They discuss Karnataka Plateau, Telangana Plateau, Bastar Plateau, little bit this area Maharashtra and Saurashtra area. But question was very specific. Which part was there only? Volcanic, non-volcanic? The volcanic basaltic, Deccan Trap, and its two extensions, Saurashtra and Malwa. So first, which way we can start? Suppose this question is given to us, the Deccan Trap, 250 words. Okay, Deccan Trap is a volcanic plateau, a volcanic region which occurred just before the Himalaya in the form of basaltic lava through the Reunion hotspot. And uh, not only in Maharashtra is the Deccan tribe, its two extensions, Swarashtra and till Malwa. Consequently, not only magnetite minerals or iron mineral, but also a fertile soil got prepared, black soil, and resource potential, mineral, and the agriculture. And in agriculture, various crops. Malwa region famous for soya bean, gram, and Deccan tribe good for cotton. Saurashtra area good for cotton and the groundnut. And also many more crops are grown in that area, sugarcane in Maharashtra, for example. So you may discuss this part also, the benefit of Deccan tribe. And which another benefit could be there if it is basaltic rocks. Then these are hard rocks, soft rock, hard rocks. Then hard rocks can you can say help in also in केव वगैरह बन जाती हैं यहाँ पे अजंता एलोरा केव बनाई गई. देन आर्किटेक्चर के अंदर भी टूरिज्म अट्रैक्शन भी हो गया यहाँ पर. प्लस ये एरिया चूँकि साउथ में है तो यहाँ पर सनलाइट ज़्यादा है कम है रिलेटिवली. सनलाइट ज़्यादा है, सोलर एनर्जी वगैरह प्रोड्यूस भी कर सकते हैं इस एरिया में. काफ़ी गुजरात के अंदर सोलर पैनल लगाए गए and also in Maharashtra land this one. Energy, food production, mineral all together. Then this is the significance or relevance. So what we have to do, we have to compromise on the basics. And if we do not compromise on the basics means is you can say whichever parts are there, we must ask the question. If Malwa they ask the question, are we able to write down 150 words? If you are able to write down 150 words, take my words, you can also write down 250 words. पेन चलना लगता है आगे खुद बढ़ जाता है. हमें बाद में कंट्रोल करना पड़ता है अपने आप को. 250 वर्ड्स लिखना मुश्किल काम नहीं है, 250 वर्ड से कम करना मुश्किल काम हो जाएगा आपके लिए. तो डोंट वरी रिगार्डिंग क्योंकि हम 250 वर्ड्स लिख पाएंगे नहीं लिख पाएंगे, पर कम से कम एक क्वेश्चन होना चाहिए 150 वर्ड्स के लिए मटेरियल है या नहीं है. एंड देन यू कैन थिंक ऑफ ओके क्वेश्चन कम्स अप. अगर टुकड़े में पूछ लिया, पीसेज में पूछ लिया, आर वी एबल टू जस्टिफाई और नॉट. तो इट वॉज नॉट ए क्वेश्चन ऑन एंटायर डेक्कन प्लेट्यू, इट वॉज ए क्वेश्चन ऑफ डेक्कन ट्रैप, volcanic plateau, basaltic lava, which created magnetite iron rich zone, also fertile black soil like Malwa, good for the agriculture. So this zone एक diagram बना दिया करें अगर इस तरह क्वेश्चन आ जाए, showing this part. This is the part of the you can say कि कुछ डेक्कन प्लेट्यू में है और कुछ पार्ट इसका किसमें है, सेंट्रल आइलैंड मालवा. Division has been done by scholar. So can we say Malwa and which another area is there? Saurashtra. Saurashtra means South Gujarat. सौराष्ट्र में एक सेंटर में एक हिल भी है, वॉल्केनिक हिल है ये, बसाल्टिक डार्क कलर के सेंट्रल एरिया में, जहाँ गिर लाइन भी रहते हैं. गिरनार हिल, विच हिल? गिरनार हिल, हाईएस्ट एरिया ऑफ द गुजरात, गिरनार हिल एरिया. जहाँ पे कौन से लाइन रहते हैं? गिर लायन, एशियाटिक लायन, ओनली एशियाटिक लायंस in Asia right now. Ginnar Hill of Gujarat, Junagadh, Amreli, this area, Junagadh district, Amreli district, Ginnar Hill area, Gir Lions, Saurashtra area. Wildlife के लिए फेमस है, टूरिज्म के लिए फेमस है ये जोन. यू कैन राइट डाउन. सो थोड़ा सोच कर आप करेंगे तो आंसर के लिए आपके पास इनफ होगा. कैसे भी क्वेश्चन आएंगे मेंस वाले पार्ट तब कर लेंगे, बट वी हैव टू रिवाइज इट, कीप ऑन रिवाइजिंग. देन प्रीलिम आल्सो कुड बी गुड. प्रीलिम इज रिस्की बिकॉज ऑफ द लैक ऑफ रिविजन एंड वी कंसीडर कि हमें ज़्यादा पढ़ना है, प्रीलिम में ज़्यादा रिवाइज करना है. पढ़ना तो एक ऑप्टिमम है, एक्सेस में पढ़ेंगे तो निकल चला जाएगा, बाहर चला जाएगा, ओवर हो जाएगा. तो वी हैव टू नो कि वॉट एवर वी हैव टू discuss, we have to retain also maximum information through the revision. So this is the part of the Indian area, this zone. ऐसे डकन ट्राइब में एक हिल है यहाँ पे. कैन यू टेल मी विच हिल दीज आर जस्ट साउथ ऑफ सतपुड़ा हियर? वॉल्केनिक हिल, अजंता हिल. विच हिल? अजंता हिल. तो अजंता हिल्स आर वेरी मच पार्ट ऑफ डकन ट्राइब. डार्क कलर रॉक इन अजंता साइड. अजंता इन महाराष्ट्र, Aurangabad or Shambhaji Nagar, the new name, and this one is Girnar in Gujarat. ये कौन सा एरिया है गुजरात में? ये कौन सी हिल है ये? गिरनार हिल, ये अजंता हिल है। तो लावा जब ज़्यादा ऊंचा हो जाएगा, देन दीज एरियाज वी कैन कॉल हिली एरियाज. Volcanic hills, Ajanta hill, Girnar hill, volcanic hills, basaltic hills. After this part, little bit idea we got, okay, Deccan Trap and this area famous for hills like Ajanta or Girnar, etc. Tourism potential, and uh, mm, we can even talk about other area as well, which plateau also left, if you recall. The Karnataka plateau, Rayalaseema plateau, Telangana plateau, Bastar plateau. More lava got erupted in which area? More lava got erupted in western side or eastern side? Mainly western side, this side. Till here as well. Some part of Vindhya Satpura also having the lava rocks. इन एरिया में काफ़ी निकला, बट कौन सा एरिया फिर भी थोड़े बचे रह गए लावा निकलने से? थोड़ा बस्तर एरिया, तेलंगाना एरिया, रायलसीमा कुछ पार्ट, कर्नाटका का कुछ पार्ट. कुछ टफ रॉक होंगी या इम्पैक्ट नहीं आया उस पर इतना. थिक रॉक होंगी, टफ रॉक होंगी. Lava could not get a chance to come up on the surface. But which kind of area these are? Karnataka, Rayalaseema, Telangana and Bastar. If I say, which plateau is also left here? One plateau, which plateau? Karnataka plateau. Karnataka plateau. And this plateau is also, you can say, the Deccan plateau part, Karnataka plateau, but it is having quite old rocks. ज़्यादा पुरानी रॉक है. किन रॉक के लिए हमने क्वाइट ओल्ड यूज़ किया है? छोटा नागपुर, बुंदेलखंड, अरावली हिल्स, quite old rocks, and also quite old and hard or soft? Hard rocks. Like which plateau? Like छोटा नागपुर. एक्चुअली पूरा ये जोन जो है, देखिए अगर आप, इफ यू रिकॉल दिस पार्ट हियर इन ज्योग्राफी, विच प्लेट्यू दिस वन? साउथ ऑफ डेक्कन ट्राइब, विच प्लेट्यू? कर्नाटका. साइड बाय साइड साउथ आंध्रा, विच प्लेट्यू? Rayalaseema. Which plateau this one? And which one this one? Bastar. And here which plateau we have here? छोटा नागपुर. ये पूरी बेल्ट विच रॉक की बनी हुई है? हार्ड रॉक्स, क्वाइट ओल्ड रॉक्स लाइक छोटा नागपुर. कर्नाटका. And also which plateau? Rayalaseema. Of which area? South Andhra, North Andhra? South Andhra. And also which area you can say? Telangana. And also which area? The Bastar. Bastar means south, Chhattisgarh. All are mineral rich, mineral poor? Mineral rich. Kolar Goldfield, KGF in Karnataka, Ballari area for iron. Also Rayalaseema known for uranium and also the diamond. Telangana also having various minerals, coal, etc. or many more other mineral. Bastar famous for iron and many more mineral. I will discuss Dandakaranya also, but first if I say that Karnataka, Rayalaseema, Telangana, Bastar, if we talk about, these are almost similar kind of rock, very old rock. It means these are million year history or billion year? Million year, 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, and till Chota Nagpur 4 billion. One of the oldest rocks. And these rocks with the time have become hard and hard by pressure of the past rocks, plus heating also. And here also mineral rich area. So these areas of the India are quite famous for mining, just like Aravali in the west, and this area also, old hard rocks. And if I say that which common thing will be there in that area, no doubt mineral rich area this one, but one challenge will also be there. Which challenge could be there in that area? Because of the quite hard rock, less gap, more gap, less gap. Then water is one issue, or water is not having in Karnataka right now. Less rainfall, then water crisis is huge because groundwater is less. So Bengaluru is part of the Karnataka plateau. Similarly, South Andhra, the kind of area, Chittoor, Anandpur, Kadapa, these areas also facing some water crisis. Even the Telangana area, also the water crisis. So these zones are, you can say, a major part of Karnataka plateau, Rayalaseema plateau, Telangana plateau has one common thing, that also water crisis. Whichever year rainfall is less, then less support by groundwater, water crisis, less groundwater. Hard rocks don't permit easy water penetration, so less groundwater. And this area is, suppose rainfall is also less in particular time, then which problem in that area? Drought. For example, 2024 we are facing a kind of problem in that area. 2024, 23 में कम रेनफॉल रही है, एलिनो ईयर चल रहा है अभी. आई विल डिस्कस लेटर ऑन दिस पार्ट इन इंडियन क्लाइमेट. बट दिस बट जैसे हम बस्तर छोटा नागपुर की ओर जाएंगे, वी हैव लेस वाटर क्राइसिस, मोर वाटर क्राइसिस, लिटिल बिट लेस, बिकॉज यहाँ से कौन सा मॉइस्चर मिल जाता है, कुछ हवाएं आने लगती हैं बे बंगाल की, एंड दिस बे बंगाल मॉइस्चर दैट इज कॉजिंग रेनफॉल. सो बे बंगाल मॉइस्चर विल गो लाइक दैट. सो लिटिल बिट छत्तीसगढ़ में फिर भी रेनफॉल की प्रॉब्लम कम है, छोटा नागपुर में भी थोड़ी कम है. बट वी हैव टू से कि थोड़ा तेलंगाना, बस्तर, तो फॉरेस्टेड एरिया ज़्यादा कहाँ होंगे आपके अकॉर्डिंग, तेलंगाना में या इसमें वाटर क्राइसिस वाले एरिया में या बस्तर में? तो बस्तर इज़ लाइक छोटा नागपुर, विच काइंड ऑफ एरिया? फॉरेस्टेड एरिया, थोड़ा रेनफॉल ज़्यादा है. एंड फॉरेस्टेड एरिया को वी कैन कॉल जंगल ऑल्सो, जंगल्स ऑफ द साउथ छत्तीसगढ़, बीजापुर, जगदलपुर, ये नाम आते रहते हैं, दंतेवाड़ा, सुकमा. And in the jungle, you can say which people also living here? Tribal population. Which tribe is there? Gond tribe. Also Abu Jamar tribe. एक हिल भी है यहाँ पर अबू जमार, तो गोंड ट्राइब एंड मेनी मोर ट्राइब्स आर देयर. अबू जमार, इस तरह के नेम है, इफ यू रिकॉल. But in that area, due to mineral rich area, mineral poor area, mineral rich, then outsider also come, MNCs, multinational companies, and once they do the mining, they cut the trees first, then they reach to the mineral area. Then the tribal population is having one challenge, because they live in the forest area, but once mining starts, then they have to be displaced. Then they are unhappy or happy with mining operations? Unhappy. Even more pollution in mining operation, less pollution. Losing the trees and also disturbing the water and dust, etc. Then pollution. And plus the tribal people, because of the illiteracy much, lack of education, they get the good job there, or they have the blue collar work job here, blue collar like laborer. So they don't get much money out of that. Ultimately, they feel cheated. Their local resources are being exploited by others. So even some people in tribal belt also adopted the violent methods, Naxalism. So Naxalism is one big challenge in which area? Bastar area. Naxalism. In this pocket, forested pocket, or tribal pocket or mineral rich pocket, we have the Naxalism issue. So what is the hotbed of Naxalism in India? Main area of the Naxalism, Chhattisgarh. And this area, even because of the Naxalism having more and more challenges, नक्सल लीडर जो होते हैं, कभी कभी तो डीएम को भी इन्होंने किडनैप कर लिए, 2 डीएम किडनैप कर लिए गए थे पास्ट में. हाँ, इंजीनियर डॉक्टर्स की तो गिनती नहीं है. हाँ, सो ये बेसिकली चूँकि इनका ऑपरेशन अपने करने हैं, अपना वर्चस्व भी रखना है, डोमिनेंस भी रखना है, तो पुअर ट्राइबल पीपल आर ऑल्सो बीइंग ब्रेन वॉश्ड, come into the fold of that. So right now a big challenge in that area, Naxalism, and because Naxalism based on violence, this violence is which violence we call left wing extremism. Left wing extremism or Maoism, many more names are there, Maoist or Naxals. But question is that the geography of this area is also supporting the Naxal movement, because only this area is forested. Even this area here also forest. Chauta Nagpur also forest. So the people can cross here Satpura area, then forested area again, Chota Nagpur forested area. Then they can move here and there through the forest. एंड इवन दिस जोन उड़ीसा के अंदर तक भी ये जोन ये उड़ीसा की साइड पर एंड ऑल्सो तेलंगाना आंध्रा एंड सराउंडिंग एरिया and one larger version of Bastar where Naxalism is very common. It is not only Chhattisgarh but surrounding state as well up to this area. And this area is also called by Dandakaranya. Which area? Dandakaranya. So Dandakaranya region is basically which area? Bastar. Plus which area as well? Periphery of the Bastar. For example, which state as well? Parts of which states? Parts of especially Odisha, Nabarangpur, Kalahandi, some area. Parts of Odisha. And parts of which area also? Andhra and Telangana. But what name this one? Dandakaranya. Because Dandakaranya Sanskrit name, Aranya means forest, jungle. Aranya means forest, jungle or forest. And Dant आप जानते ही हैं punishment, jungle of punishment. तो mythologically भी कहा जाता है कि ये jungle of punishment रहे हैं. The one was to Lord Rama ki okay in that area. Then this is the jungle of punishment mythologically. But even though if anyone is getting the posting in that area, the young IAS officer, IPS also punishment posting, normal posting. अभी भी ये punishment posting मानी जाती due to Naxalism. तो दंडकारण्य ने रेलवेंस बनाए रखी है कि इस जोन के अंदर ये प्रॉब्लम फॉर एग्जाम्पल जंगल ऑफ पनिशमेंट बस्तर एरिया ड्यू टू विच मैनेस राइट नाउ the Naxalism. But the root cause of Naxalism is, you know, the kind of resource exploitation of especially forest wealth. The tribal population is being brainwashed by some leaders. So once Dandakaranya term is given to you, Dandakaranya में main state कौन सा आएगा? छत्तीसगढ़ का बस्तर zone. And other state can also come in the periphery, where we have the jungles and we have also which problem? Naxalism. So Dandakaranya is subset of the Bastar. Bastar is subset of Dandakaranya. Bastar is subset, a part of the Dandakaranya. So once you say Dandakaranya, it means we are taking into consideration part of Odisha besides the Bastar and some part of the Andhra Telangana border with including some point of Maharashtra side also. जंगल से तो इसमें मूवमेंट हो जाता है जंगल में इधर उधर स्टेट बाउंड्री क्रॉस करके तो इनको मुश्किल होता है फोर्सेस के लिए भी कैप्चर कर पाना है किसी दूसरे स्टेट में लाइक दैट सो इट इज़ ऑल अबाउट आवर प्लेट्यू एरिया एंड दिस प्लेट्यू विच प्लेट्यू हियर डेक्कन ट्रैप एंड विच प्लेट्यू हियर सौराष्ट्र एंड देन वी हैव द सम हिल्स विंध्याचल सतपुड़ा नर्मदा एंड विच प्लेट्यू हियर द मालवा but which kind of area this one? These three plateaus, volcanic plateau, fertile soil. Here problems are lesser because people have the food, crop production, this side. So one idea we have taken step by step, and I will advise that we must know common thing also. Mineral rich, correct. Less rainfall area, correct. One significant, one challenge. At least 3-4 points we must have. If they give only question on the any part, they give the question. Karnataka, suppose they ask you, to discuss the Karnataka plateau in 150 words. Then how can you start the only Karnataka plateau or Rayalaseema? Then which way? Okay, Karnataka plateau is part of the Deccan plateau made up of older rocks. And same kind of rock is Chota Nagpur and you can say the metamorphic or mineral ridge. जो पहले पढ़ा हुआ है वही पार्ट डिस्कस कर ले. Being a Gondwana land, it is mining mineral rich. Then पॉजिटिव देखा कर कुछ चैलेंज बताते हैं लास्ट में. कुछ इश्यूज भी वाटर के इश्यूज आ रहे हैं. एग्रीकल्चर अफेक्टेड हो सकता है, फूड सिक्योरिटी अफेक्टेड हो सकती है, पर चूँकि ये साउथ इंडिया है तो एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन हो सकता है यहाँ पर. सोलर पैनल बहुत लग सकते हैं इस जोन के अंदर, लगते भी हैं बड़े बड़े सोलर पैनल कर्नाटका में, रायलसीमा में लगाए गए. सो यू हैव द वेज टू राइट डाउन, बट आप डायग्राम भी बनाया करें, मैप बना दिया करें, छोटे छोटे मैप काफ़ी काम करते हैं. एंड आफ्टर दिस पार्ट ऑफ दिस डेक्कन प्लेट्यू, which two ghats are also there? Western Ghat and Eastern Ghats. So two more areas you can discuss. Which two area? Western Ghats, and one more area. Which area? The Eastern Ghats. But you note very well in the diagram. You check here. Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat. Uh, are where these are located in which areas? Western Ghat is like this. It is the Western Ghat area. Western Ghat यहाँ से start होकर they go like this. It is the Western Ghat area. It is the Western Ghat zone. And this side, the boundary of the Deccan Plateau, which boundary is this one? The Western Ghat area or Eastern Ghat. This side, the Eastern Ghat. Eastern Ghat is like this. बिखरे हुए हैं इस तरीके से ये. Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghat. So, in your opinion, if I say that this side, the Western Ghat here, Western Ghat, WG Western Ghat, EG Eastern Ghat. Can you tell me the difference between Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghat, other than their location? Western Ghat almost continuous. Almost continuous. And Eastern Ghats are discontinuous. Is divided, dissected. But what could be the reason behind that Eastern Ghats are discontinuous? The rivers. Many rivers are there. Though Narmada Tapi westward flow, but most of the river falling into Bay Bengal, and they are coming like that. Like the river, the Mahanadi, the river Godavari, the river Krishna, the river Kaveri, also small river, Pennar, Pallar, Pannayar. Many more rivers are there also. So, in your opinion, maximum rivers of peninsular India meeting with Bay Bengal or meeting with Arabian Sea, Bay Bengal. The reason could be which reason? In your opinion, more volcanic activities or more volcanic material came to which side? Western side. The western side is high or low? By magma accumulation, high. But this area having less. So, slope is normally which side to which side? Western side to eastern side. Even scholars say when Indian plate collided, first it collided western side, eastern side, western side. And this collision also led to the rotation of the plate. तो इंडियन प्लेट किस ओर झुक गई थी, थोड़ा ईस्ट में वेस्ट में टकरा कर हिमालय के दौरान ईस्ट में. तो स्लोप किस ओर है प्लेट्यू का? द स्लोप ऑफ द पेनिनसुला प्लेट्यू वेस्टवर्ड ईस्टवर्ड. ईस्टवर्ड. कौन से दो एक्सेप्शन है ड्यू टू रिफ्ट वैली? नर्मदा एंड तापी. Slope of plateau largely, general slope, generally unlike Narmada Tapi, eastward slope. Eastward. क्या रीज़न है ईस्टवर्ड होने का? एक तो the Indian plate collided, if you recall, I said that Indian plate first time collided which side? The western side. And after western side collision, this part got slightly rotated, tilted. At that time, Himalayan बनने के दौरान भी कुछ tilt हो गया था ये. And plus, which material came up more in the western side? The magma by reunion on spot, which increased the height here or decreased the height here? The height in Deccan Trap, also this area, the zone here. So height factor कुछ ज़्यादा है इस side पर, because of more magma intrusion. Magma intrusion that got cooled down, basaltic material. After cooling, extra magma in that area. After cooling basalt rock, more height. which side more height, Maharashtra side or Andhra side? Maharashtra side. So river Godavari Krishna will come Maharashtra to Andhra or Andhra to Maharashtra? Maharashtra to Andhra. So you can say height factor also in that side. Cooling basalt, then more height. Yes, please. Correct, correct, correct. Okay, let me discuss even this part because this confusion is, of course, there. Why Narmada Rift Valley or Tape Rift Valley? So we have to accept it. कि, if we say, okay, for time being, more magma came up in western side, eastern side, first of all. Correct? Western side. So western side should be getting more extra material in the rocks. Then it is, of course, high area. And this side is slightly lack of the volcanic activities. No impact of that kind of that western side, reunion westward. Madagascar अभी अफ्रीका के वेस्ट में ही है. Okay, got this point? So, okay, water flow. But in this water flow, Eastern Ghat also has been cut. So, what thing we can note down first of all? That Eastern Ghat highly eroded or normal area? Highly eroded. And in long run, million of years, this erosion led to the division also. Correct? Highly eroded by rivers. And thus these have become also lower or higher further? Lower. Neither magma intrusion much nor the deposition nor the more erosion. River have cut. But one question is there that Western Ghat on the contrary, if I say, then if you say Western Ghat area, then which kind of area this one attached with the Gondwana land? And once heat, first of all, try to erupt in the form of lava or magma, pushing the Indian plate to go to which side? Northward. Then in the beginning also, you can see some magma intrusion or not in that area? Magma intrusion. Also cracking or no cracking due to the extra heat? Cracking also. The scholars say that Western Ghat area also got the crack. So which kind of thing happened in the Western Ghat area? More crack west side or eastern side? More western side. Maximum heat western side. Then no doubt magma was also trying to increase the height, but magma also led to the cracking as in Vindhyachal and Satpura. But we even notice cracks are weak area, strong area? Weak area. So which part of Western Ghat weak area? Westernmost or easternmost? Slightly, comparison wise, westernmost. Then once Indian plate was moving northward, just like in this area also Vindhyachal Satpura this side more cracking, crack got along the crack land got subsided and which valley got formed? Narmada and Tapi. Similarly, this part of Western Ghat also got subsided. But this subsidence took place which side? Indian Ocean side or land side? Indian Ocean side. So Western Ghat का जो ये वाला zone है with the time got detached here just like Narmada and Tapi Rift Valley and also here. That's why if you check the Western Ghat rocks, then which kind of rock these are? Suppose it is the Western Ghat rock here on the surface like that. In which material also too much in that area? Which material? Basaltic. Which material? कहीं कहीं दिखाई पड़ता है basaltic ये. Which material like Deccan Trap? Basalt. From inside. Dark color rock also there in that zone. But you note very well extra heating on this side. Some portion of Western Ghat basically you can say separated here along this crack here and this area got subsided. And अब इसकी shape क्या हो गई है Western Ghat की? The shape of Western Ghat is which kind of shape? That almost steep wall in this side, like that. And this area, which water is there now? Which ocean this one? The Indian Ocean, and beneath this Indian Ocean, which rocks are still available here? The same basaltic rock is still available over here, which got subsided. So these volcanic basaltic rocks got subsided here. अब किस वाटर ने इसको ऑक्यूपाई कर लिया है? अरेबियन सी वाटर ने. So we notice that Western Ghat is relatively, you can say, जो भी बचा हुआ एरिया है, अब ये कैसा एरिया है, कॉन्टिन्यूस है और क्या है, हाइट भी ज़्यादा है कम है, more height less height due to more magma intrusion, more height like Deccan Trap. बट क्रैकिंग और फॉल्टिंग कहाँ पर हुई है? वेस्टर्न साइड पर हुई है, ईस्टर्न साइड पर? वेस्टर्न साइड पर ज़्यादा हुई है. एंड वेस्टर्न एरिया इज वाई नॉट विजिबल टू अस because which ocean has occupied this? Indian Ocean occupied it. Indian Ocean water has occupied it. But if you go beneath this ocean water, then do we find these rock or not? These rock is still available. If Indian Ocean had not been there, then this would have been just like the Rift Valley. So that's why even this zone we call which kind of area? Steep wall, normal wall this side. तो जब आप मुंबई इसके आसपास रहते हैं और गोवा, तो आप देखेंगे खड़ी ढाल वाली रॉक हैं बीचेस के आसपास. एंड इन रॉक को हम क्या कहते हैं? एस्कारपमेंट. खड़े ढाल बिल्कुल वेस्टर्न साइड पर. तो वेस्टर्न घाट के वेस्टर्न मोस्ट पार्ट पर नियर अरेबियन सी वी हैव द एस्कारपमेंट. स्टीप वॉल, नॉर्मल वॉल. स्टीप वॉल. हियर सबसिडेंस और नो सबसिडेंस? सबसिडेंस. बट दिस वाटर ओशन वाटर हैज़ ऑक्यूपाइड. तो कौन सा वाटर यहाँ तक आ गया है? अभी इंडियन ओशन, अरेबियन सी वाटर. बट इससे डेप्थ बढ़ गई है, कम हो गई इस जोन की वेस्टर्न साइड पर. लैंड सबसाइड कर गई है, पानी आ गया है, तो ये जोन तक पानी अंदर तक आ गया. इससे शिप चलाने में और आसानी हो गई है. पानी के आ जाने से अंदर तक पानी है, मुंबई के आसपास तक. मुंबई पोर्ट, कोची पोर्ट, वेस्टर्न साइड. तो वेस्टर्न साइड इज वेस्टर्न घाट एरिया with more height, higher, and eastern Ghat is lower. Western side got the benefit of the more magma material, and eastern side, Eastern Ghat, cut by the rivers because of general slope eastward. So अगर क्वेश्चन आता है कि वेस्टर्न घाट ईस्टर्न घाट की डिफरेंसेस क्या है, तो वेस्टर्न घाट ऑलमोस्ट continuous, higher with lots of magma intrusion. Eastern Ghat on the contrary discontinuous, eroded by the rivers. And Western Ghat physiography, which kind of physiography? Same kind of physiography or little bit changes also occurred with the time. Which change occurred? Just like Narmada Tapi, which area got subsided through the crack? The western side. But this area is underwater now. Whichever area visible on the land, this area. तो अगर यहाँ पे क्लाउड होते हैं तो रेनफॉल का वाटर एक ही साइड में जाएगा, दोनों साइड गिरेगा, दोनों साइड. तो छोटी छोटी रिवर यहाँ पे गिरती हैं. पेरियार रिवर and also Mandavi River of Goa and Kerala. Many rivers are there. So this the kind of thing. Now, if we discuss first the Western Ghat geography, location wise, in your opinion, Western Ghat किन state में है? महाराष्ट्र, गोवा, कर्नाटका. बट ये कौन सी रिवर है? कैन यू रिकॉल दिस रिवर साउथ ऑफ सतपुड़ा? तापी रिवर. तापी रिवर के साउथ में ये शुरू होता है. तो और यहाँ से कौन सा स्टेट भी है थोड़ा सा अभी भी? गुजरात. यूपीएससी ने इस तरह क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं. तो वेस्टर्न घाट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम विच एरिया? साउथ ऑफ विच रिवर? साउथ ऑफ तापी. इट स्टार्ट. एंड फर्स्ट विच स्टेट? लिटिल बिट गुजरात. देन मेन स्टेट विच स्टेट? Maharashtra. Also southward which state? Even Goa and also Karnataka and Kerala and Tamil Nadu also till Kanyakumari. So how many states are there? 6 states. UPSC ने इस तरह क्वेश्चन पास में पूछा है because to make a plan for Western Ghat, 6 states. Suppose I say that in case that magma is trying to go up but unable to reach on the surface much, but magma can cool or not with the time? Cool. And it will expand because with the volume, extra volume, so the kind of height will remain same. Height may increase little bit, height may increase, but the same magma can create the cracking also or not? Cracking also. just like Narmada Tapi, just like many more areas of the earth. But this cracking maximum took place in which side of Western Ghat? More western side, eastern side? More western side. So initially magma trying to increase the height. But with the time through the crack some area can also subside. So if I say normal moderation in the beginning, height would increase by magma intrusion. But with the time what may happen? The yes, cooling, the height would increase, but what will happen in the future also? Some crack got developed by excessive heating, then it may also subside. तो if I say, अगर एक क्वेश्चन आपसे कहा जाए कि ये हमारा प्लेट है, इट इज़ अवर प्लेट, रॉक स्ट्रक्चर, एंड हियर कुछ मैग्मा अंदर वाला ऊपर आने की कोशिश कर रहा है, करेक्ट? तो व्हाट विल बी देयर आफ्टर दिस इंट्रूजन? इस पोर्शन में हाइट बढ़ेगी कम होगी? ये फूल जाएगा, बड़ा हो जाएगा रॉक थोड़ा, एंड ग्रेजुअली पहले क्या बिगिनिंग होगी, ये थोड़ा इसकी हाइट बढ़ जाएगी, एक्सपेंड होगा, ये हीट इसको एक्सपेंड करेगी, हाइट बढ़ा देगी, ये ऐसा लग जाएगा. बट ग्रेजुअली किस एरिया में क्रैक पड़ जाएंगे जहाँ ज़्यादा हीटिंग है? सपोज इस एरिया में क्रैकिंग ज़्यादा है, सेंटर एरिया में सपोज यहाँ पे क्रैकिंग हो गई, ये क्रैकिंग हो गई, बट क्रैक के सारे बाद में ये रहेगा, गिर भी सकता है. तो साइड बाई साइड तो एरिया हाई हो जाएंगे, जैसे कि ब्लॉक पार्ट द सतपुड़ा विंध्याचल, बीच का एरिया क्या होगी, सबसाइड होगी. इसी तरह से इस केस में वेस्टर्न घाट के केस में कौन सा एरिया सबसाइड कर गया बाद? तो सेम हीट responsible for increasing the height, but if heat is beyond the limit causing cracking, then it can lead to subsidence as well in the time. So we say that Rift Valley is formation of normal heating, excessive heating with the time. For example, as I said, Western Ghat area का मेजर पार्ट अब ये सरफेस पर ही काफ़ी गहराई तक चला गया है, क्रैक के सहारे गहराई तक चला गया है, तो वाटर ने इसको फिल काफ़ी पार्ट में. तो अब शिप चलाना चाहे आप, शिप के लिए कितनी डेप्थ चाहिए होती है? 3 मीटर 4 मीटर, बट ये तो 30 मीटर 40 मीटर डेप्थ तक धंस गए हैं. तो वी कैन ईजिली ब्रिंग द शिप टू विच एरिया? द वेस्टर्न. तो आराम से अंदर तक शिप आ जाते हैं, मुंबई जोन में, कोची जोन में. तो जो वेस्टर्न पार्ट है दैट इज अंडर वाटर नाउ, एंड नेविगेशन हैज़ बिकम ईजियर. डिफिकल्ट ड्यू टू दिस सबमर्जेंस, नेविगेशन हैज़ बीन ईजियर. So more ports on the western side, but I will discuss later on transportation and even the coastal line. This topic will come after few minutes. So one idea we got here, that Western Ghat is higher and also affected by volcanic activities which increase in some area more height, in some area through cracking, even subsidence like Narmada Tapi, western side. And this zone is of course, if we say that compared to Eastern Ghat, high here, this side the low, then river flow west to east, east to west, west to east. But which are the exceptional area due to cracking? Narmada and Tapi. And if we even discuss here कि western side में भी, western Ghat में for example 6 states are there, but which side height should be more in your opinion? थोड़ा साउथ में ज़्यादा होगी या नॉर्थ में ज़्यादा होगी? अगर आप बात करें साउथ में, साउथ में ज़्यादा, क्योंकि द लैंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अटैच विद यू कैन से साउथवर्ड अंटार्कटिका, अफ्रीका. तो यहाँ पे मैग्मा काफ़ी निकला है, तो दिस साइड मोर मैग्मा, मोर हाइट इज़ अवेलेबल इन दैट एरिया, एंड दिस जोन में हाइट भी ज़्यादा है. तो इफ़ वी से वेस्टर्न घाट में कंपेयर करें, गुजरात हैज़ मोर हाइट, और नियर कन्याकुमारी वी हैव द मोर हाइट, नियर केरला, तमिलनाडु, कर्नाटका. So Western Ghat area having some hilly area in the south also. So you can write down one part here. Western Ghat, a famous hill of Deccan Plateau, westernmost boundary of the Deccan Plateau, Western Ghats, which are spread in the 6 states. Younger, higher, new magma can also came up here, and these areas almost continuous. But इनका एक और भी नाम है, we call this by one name Sahyadris. ये सह्याद्रीज के तौर पे भी यूपीएससी क्वेश्चन पूछती है. सह्याद्रीज, सह्याद्रीज, आद्रीज मीन्स माउंटेन लाइक हिमाद्री. तो आद्री मीन्स माउंटेन, सह्याद्री ये. If I talk about again that explanations are based on the evidences we have, many sources, many answers are there. But maximum scholars that we have to say in recent times, what they assume that this side, if you talk about this area detached from which zone, earlier which area this side? Africa, and this side Antarctica. And more magma already divided this area. So this side more heating, less heating, more heating. Antarctica side, African side. So more, you can say the magma got included here, and it included the size of the zone also more. तो वेस्टर्न घाट किस साइड में ज़्यादा ऊंचे हैं? हायर इन नॉर्थ और साउथ? हायर इन साउथ. Also due to more magma, broader also in south or narrow in south? Broader in south as well. And this zone have many hills or only few hills? Many small hill. Many hills. For example, one hill we call Nilgiri hill. Which hill? Nilgiri. One hill we call Anamalai in south. One hill we call Cardamom. And one more hill we call the Palani hill. और भी छोटी हिल्स हैं, अगस्त्य मलाई, मेनी नेम्स आर देयर. सो नीलगिरी, अनामलाई, कार्डमम, पलनी, एंड एक छोटी सी हिल है अगस्त्य मलाई. These are the very much part of which ghat? Western Ghat, but southward, northward? Southward. For example, if we want to show this part, suppose it is the south area. It is Kerala, it is Karnataka, it is Maharashtra, and Western Ghat coming like that. Then if we show that is the Kerala, it is Tamil Nadu area, and Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. One famous hill in that area, and this hill we call by which name here? We call here one hill Nilgiri hill. Which hill? N for Nilgiri. A for which one? Anamalai. C for which hill? Cardamom. एक छोटा सा part है A for Agastya Malai, and one more hill in that area, extension of the Western Ghat in this side. Which hill this one? P for Palani. तो नीलगिरी, अनामलाई, कार्डमम, Palani, and Agastya Malai. Can you tell me Nilgiri is looking like bigger size, higher also than this famous hill Nilgiri? In your opinion, three states are there. Which three states are there? Nilgiri partly Karnataka in the north, southward Kerala, and eastward which area? Tamil Nadu. यहाँ से तमिलनाडु भी है इस साइड पर, इस साइड में ये केरला, दिस साइड कर्नाटका. तो try junction of three states. Here three state boundary meeting at Nilgiri. So many questions on the Nilgiri UPSC asked. We had three famous states, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu boundaries meeting. So Nilgiri is try junction of you can say three states. Which three states? Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. But Tamil Nadu वाले side पर Nilgiri की height ज़्यादा है इस side पर. And this height is more here in this region. And we call this area by one peak, D for Doda Beta peak. So one peak is there, Doda Beta peak. Just like in Satpura Mahadev part we have the Dhupgarh peak, in Aravali we have the Guru Shikhar peak. Similarly, one famous peak of Western Ghat area, Doda Beta peak. And Doda Beta peak is basically height wise more than Guru Shikhar, more than Dhupgarh, more than many more peaks of the South India, Peninsular India, 2637 meter. इतनी हाइट की पीक कहाँ मिलेंगी हमें इंडिया में? या हिमालय जाना पड़ेगा हमें, या ट्रांस हिमालय. It is relatively high peak. And due to height factor, it is having moderate climate, extreme climate, moderate climate. And moderate climate means cool climate. And which hill station is possible in that area? हिल स्टेशन फेमस स्टेशन तमिलनाडु ऊटी. ऊटी और उदक मंडलम भी कहा जाता है इसको. विच हिल स्टेशन? उदक मंडलम और ऊटी. Either they ask Udamandalam or Ooty, same. So Ooty in which location? Nilgiri, Annamalai, Cardamom. Nilgiri. Near which peak? Doda Beta. In which state this side? Tamil Nadu side. Ooty or Udamandalam. But Annamalai is also a famous hill. And Annamalai hill, in your opinion, which two state Annamalai? Karnataka, Kerala or Kerala, Tamil Nadu or Karnataka and Tamil Nadu? Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Karnataka तो नीलगिरी में end हो गया. And it is now Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Annamalai. And near Kerala side also, one peak is there in Annamalai region, this side. This peak we call A for Anaimudi peak. Which peak? Anaimudi peak. Just like Nilgiri famous for Doda Beta, Annamalai famous for Anaimudi peak. And Anaimudi peak is having height 2695 meter. You need not remember the height, but which thing we are differentiating here? That it is Anaimudi higher than Doda Beta. So Anaimudi is the highest peak in south. And second highest peak in south? Doda Beta. Highest peak in Peninsula Plateau or in south. And that is the second highest peak. Doda Beta second highest in south. So these are two famous places here. No, डोडा बेटा इन तमिलनाडु ऊटी. देखिए कर्नाटका से बहुत दूर, मैसूर से बहुत दूर नहीं है ये एरिया, बट आपको होसुर वगैरह से क्रॉस करके तमिलनाडु में आपको आना पड़ेगा ऊटी के लिए. स्टेट वाइज इट इज़ तमिलनाडु. हाँ नहीं, वो बन्नेर घट्टा है बेंगलोर वाला एरिया जो आप कंफ्यूज कर रहे हैं. एक बन्नेर घट्टा है, एक डोडा बेटा है, डिफरेंस है. हाँ बेंगलोर में जो है नेशनल पार्क जो बन्नेर घट्टा है वो. तो जितना रिवाइज करेंगे उतना अच्छा रहेगा. इसे कहते हैं रिवीजन, इम्पैक्ट ऑफ रिवीजन. रिवीजन से धुंध हटती है. हाँ अनाईमुडी इन केरला. एंड generally we consider Kerala is a coastal area, lowland, but some part of the Kerala highest in south like Anaimudi. And due to height factor, cool climate again, which hill station in that area? Munnar. Famous for tea garden. Munnar hill station in Tamil Nadu or Kerala? In Kerala. And Ooty in Tamil Nadu. And cardamom as name suggests, cardamom भी कहाँ पर होगा आपके अकॉर्डिंग? cardamom hill, Kerala and Tamil Nadu boundary. Yes, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. And as name suggests cardamom, then good for which kind of crops? Spices, मसालों के लिए cardamom इलायची. तो केरला फेमस फॉर ये जो cardamom hill, फेमस फॉर cardamom spices. लैंड ऑफ स्पाइसेस ऑफ द इंडिया विच स्टेट? केरला. केरला में ज़्यादा है कार्डमम. थोड़ा तमिलनाडु भी टच करता है, नो डाउट. बट पलानी हिल, इफ़ यू रिकॉल, यू चेक इन द मैप, पलानी एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द वेस्टर्न घाट ईस्ट वर्ड मोर. विच स्टेट दिस वन? प्योरली तमिलनाडु. तो पलानी इन तमिलनाडु, पलानी हिल तमिलनाडु. एंड यहाँ भी एक हिल स्टेशन है, यू विल बी अवेयर ऑफ द नेम हियर, कोडई कनाल. विच हिल स्टेशन? कोडई कनाल. तो पलानी हिल फेमस फॉर कोडई कनाल हिल स्टेशन. कोडई कनाल. सो विच फेमस हिल स्टेशन इन साउथ इंडिया? कोडई कनाल, ऊटी इन तमिलनाडु एंड मुन्नार इन विच स्टेट? केरला. मुन्नार, कोडई कनाल एंड ऊटी. And if I say Munnar in which state, which is having more height even? Anaimudi, the Kerala. And Kodaikanal, which state? Tamil Nadu. But which hill? Kodaikanal, Palani. And Ooty in which hill? Nilgiri. This part. So, and southernmost small hill, which hill? Agastyamalai. अगस्त्यमलाई भी क्वेश्चन आ चुका है कि अगस्त्यमलाई इन केरला तमिलनाडु साइड इज स्मॉल हिल. नीलगिरी पे भी कई क्वेश्चन है. ये एरिया तो क्वेश्चन बहुत आए हैं वेस्टर्न घाट के ऊपर. व्हाट कुड बी द रीजन यूपीएससी आस्किंग क्वेश्चन नाउ इन वेस्टर्न घाट मोर? अर्लियर ऑल्सो द क्वेश्चन बट नाउ मोर. बिकॉज वेस्टर्न घाट एरिया इन योर ओपिनियन is attached with which famous sea? Arabian Sea. And the monsoon winds, heavy rainfall winds coming from which direction? This direction. So here more rainfall area, less rainfall area. And being a tropical region, more sunlight area, less sunlight area. More sunlight, more rainfall, then more photosynthesis. Dense forest, normal forest. Quite dense forest. And Western Ghat, worldwide famous for its dense forest. हरे भरे घने जंगलों के लिए जाना जाता है. Dense forest. And due to dense forest, rich in biodiversity, poor in biodiversity. Rich in biodiversity. Rich in flora, fauna. Many national parks, many wildlife sanctuaries in that area. Biosphere reserve, the wildlife pocket. We have number of national park, Bandipur and Nagarhole and Silent Valley, Periyar in these surrounding. But I will this part will come up later on in the wildlife in environmental issues in detail. But if I say due to rich biodiversity or dense forest, this zone has been declared which kind of zone you can say? The natural heritage site. Entire Western Ghat, which side of the India? Natural heritage site recognized by which agency of the UN? UNESCO. So it is a duty of the UN also to protect this area. The UNESCO Natural Heritage Site list. Very important area these are. Either wildlife or plant life or rocks of this area altogether. Conservation. And that's why Government of India also declared this area normal zone or eco-sensitive zone. Larger part of the Western Ghat eco-sensitive zone. तो यहाँ पर कोशिश की जा रही है कि कंजर्वेशन हो जाए, इसमें एक्टिविटी कम हो, ये फॉरेस्ट बचे रहे, वाइल्ड लाइफ बचे रहे इस जोन. तो वेस्टर्न घाट एरिया का जो नेचर है थोड़ा इको सेंसिटिव है और दैट इज़ नॉर्मल काइंड ऑफ एरिया, इको सेंसिटिव. And there is a debate in this area that if we do not make road here, do not make hotels here, tourism would be badly affected. Tourism is major income, and being the harder rock, being a part of Gondwana land, mineral rich also. If we don't do mining, it will cut down the income as well. Tourism, mining, two major income in that area, coastal area, and people come to see the beauty of this site. सो फॉरेस्टेड एरिया, ग्रीनरी भी है, वेटलैंड्स भी हैं कोस्टल लाइन की वजह से. एंड ऑफ कोर्स इट इज़ वन ऑफ द बेस्ट एरिया इन टर्म्स ऑफ टूरिज़्म. तो ये एरिया पर प्रेशर भी है. विच प्रेशर? टूरिज़्म प्रेशर. जस्ट लाइक इन हिमालय, मोर प्रेशर ऑफ टूरिज़्म. प्लस विच अनदर प्रेशर इज देयर मोर देन हिमालय? माइनिंग, माइनिंग एक्टिविटीज़, सैंड माइनिंग, वेरियस माइनिंग. And we are observing more hotel construction causing deforestation and many more challenges. The more this area is getting ecologically vulnerable. तो इस जोन में लैंडस्लाइड बढ़ी है, कम हुई है? लैंडस्लाइड भी बढ़ गई है. बट दिस लैंडस्लाइड अनलाइक हिमालय रीजन इज टेक्टोनिक और रीजन इज मैन इंड्यूस्ड. UPSC asked this question also, discuss the differences between the landslide of the Himalaya and landslide of the Western Ghat area. Landslide of the Western Himalaya is only natural or man-induced or both? Both. Tectonic and also. But here no plates colliding. Two plates right now. This area tectonically is slightly stable area. But which activity is disturbing this zone? Mining and tourism, etc. and more landslide. But in Himalayan zone, extra pressure because of tectonic action, collision going on, vibration, and then landslide may trigger by natural factor also, fragile sedimentary rocks. So if I say which areas has more landslide, Western Ghat or Himalaya? Himalaya. But in Western Ghat में भी landslide आ रही due to the man-induced action or human action. थोड़ी रेनफॉल ज़्यादा है नो डाउट, पर रेनफॉल से डेंस फॉरेस्ट भी आ गए, घने जंगल भी आ गए. प्रॉब्लम कब आएगी? जंगल को कट करेंगे, रॉक को कट करेंगे, सॉइल को कट करेंगे, एंड ऑल्सो टूरिज़्म को बढ़ावा देंगे या माइनिंग को बढ़ावा देंगे. सो इस वेस्टर्न घाट पर कई कमेटीज़ ही बैठी थी पास्ट में. एक नाम आता है वेस्टर्न घाट के लिए, टू प्रोटेक्ट द वेस्टर्न घाट, वन कमेटी माधवन गाडगिल कमेटी. So one scholar of the India, famous ecologist, environmentalist, the Madhavan Gadgil. तो यू कैन राइट डाउन वन नेम ऑल्सो. कुछ नेम इंडिया में काफ़ी फेमस हुए हैं एग्रीकल्चर में, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एम एस स्वामीनाथन. एंड कंटेम्प्रेरी एम एस स्वामीनाथन ऑल्सो माधवन गाडगिल. ही इज स्टिल अलाइव एंड ही इज़ यंगर टू एम एस स्वामीनाथन. एंड अभी भी इनका वर्क चल रहा है. देन माधवन गाडगिल, famous environmentalist. He did lots of work on Western Ghat, and government has given one kind of responsibility on the shoulder of Madhavan Gadgil committee. कि okay, you will decide. Okay, you will even your panel, entire panel. And Madhavan Gadgil has indicated that Western Ghat is so sensitive right now. If we do not you can say conserve this area, if we carry on with this mining and tourism, then more landslide, more flood in that area. पर जो कमेटी रिकमेंडेशन थी, what is the main theme of this committee recommendation? The strict regulation or normal regulation the activities of the human being? Strict regulation on human activities like tourism, like the mining, human activities. And he considered it too eco-sensitive and we have to protect, otherwise more landslide, flood will be there. But Kerala government, Karnataka government, Goa government, Maharashtra government came against of this committee recommendation because they thought that their mining, you can say revenue will be decreased considerably, their tourism potential will also be decreased considerably, and even the human habitation will not be much, and real estate business will also be affected. Many lobbying, and ultimately government has appointed one more commission on this part, on Western Ghat. The Western Ghat per two bodies in the past, one Madhavan Gadgil committee, later on to dilute this by the pressure of the state. One more commission got set up here that we call Kasturi Rangan Commission. Which commission? Kasturi Rangan Commission. Commission का बड़ा से होता है कमेटी से भी ऊपर. एंड कस्तूरी रंगन कमीशन डाइल्यूटेड विच पार्ट? रेगुलेशन को डाइल्यूट किया या रेगुलेशन को और स्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया? डाइल्यूटेड द रेगुलेशन. देन विच गवर्नमेंट गॉट हैप्पी? स्टेट गवर्नमेंट गॉट हैप्पी. वेयर द वेस्टर्न घाट इज देयर. केरला, कर्नाटका, गोवा, महाराष्ट्र, तमिलनाडु and Gujarat. In the past, around 10-13 years back, Kasturi Rangan Commission diluted. But whatever Gadgil has recommended, same thing happening. Suggestion. We have seen flood in 2018 in Kerala. We have seen also repetition of the landslide in many areas of the Maharashtra, Pune and surrounding area. So we have to accept it. Even though any rock is hard, but if we carry on development beyond the limit, then those areas would also be having challenges. So once you write down any question comes up on Western Ghat area, which committee report or which committee name you can mention? Madhavan Gadgil committee. It is requiring the application part of the Madhavan Gadgil committee, the Western Ghat area. So you can notice, you can mention also these name. If examiner को आप ये name देंगे, तो उनकी knowledge बहुत ज़्यादा है इन areas पर. वो यही काम करते हैं दिन रात, क्या क्या हो रहा है, कौन इन्वॉल्व काम कर रहे हैं, कौन स्कॉलर्स हैं इंडिया के बड़े, कौन सी कमेटी इंपॉर्टेंट रही है. यस प्लीज. हाँ, टूटीकुरिन तो अलग एरिया है, वो तो तमिलनाडु में है, कोरमंडल कोस्ट पर. दैट इज एंटायरली डिफरेंट एरिया. टूटीकुरिन वो कॉपर स्मेल्टर है, माइनिंग भी नहीं है बल्कि कॉपर स्मेल्टर है, वो एक अलग इशू है एंटायरली. दैट इज द इशू ऑफ द ईस्टर्न कोस्टल प्लेन. बट ये वेस्टर्न घाट के एरिया पर first Madhavan Gadgil committee and then Kasturi Rangan. So it is important to note down that though we can carry on development by neglecting the committee recommendations, however in long run we are the losers. Kerala got thousands of crore losses during one single flood, and still you can say the problem in the Kerala is same in some area of Maharashtra. So this part. So okay, little bit about the Western Ghat area, its challenges. Like Western Ghat में कौन से challenges ज़्यादा हैं? Floods because of high rainfall, high speed rivers, small river, plus which thing also? Landslide. But these are more natural or man induced? Man induced. बट हिमालय में आप जानते हैं एक और एक्स्ट्रा फैक्टर है द टेक्टोनिक एंड विच घाट ऑल्सो नाउ लेफ्ट इन दिस एरिया द ईस्टर्न घाट्स लोअर eroded discontinuous the eastern ghat area. Suppose it is a diagram here, only this much diagram, and I draw the hill here. One hill is in this area, one more hill here. एक hill ये बनाई आपने, one more hill here, one more hill here, and this is the hilly area. These are the eastern ghat, highly dissected, discontinuous nature. छोटे छोटे hills हैं. But which states, in your opinion? Can you give me the list of the state name? Which state this one? Odisha, which state? Andhra Pradesh, which state? Tamil Nadu. But little bit कौन सा स्टेट तेलंगाना भी है और कहीं कहीं इसमें कर्नाटक तक भी ये एरिया आ जाते हैं. Which state as well? कर्नाटक. तो ईस्टर्न घाट्स also 5 states. Start from Odisha, then going to mainly Andhra, and then Telangana also, and Tamil Nadu mainly, but little bit which state as well? Karnataka. 5 states or 6 states, unlike the no, 5 states. Eastern Ghat 5 states, Western Ghat 6 states, and Himalaya 11 states and 2 union territories. I do suggest 3-4 hills there in area also we have to know. Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat and Himalayas. अरावली को भी आप जान सकते हैं. अरावली मीन्स गुजरात, राजस्थान, दिल्ली, हरियाणा. 3 states and 1 union territory. But which are the names here? One famous hill of Odisha, though small hill, and this hill is called by this zone, we call by one name Gadjat Hill. Which hill? Gadjat Hill. Gadjat Hill means which state? Odisha. These hills of Odisha. एंड ये हिल किस प्लेट्यू के साउथ में है? छोटा नागपुर. छोटा नागपुर एंड अप होता है, ईस्टर्न घाट शुरू होता है. सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ रॉक्स, मिनरल रिच अगेन, ईस्टर्न घाट रॉक्स. Though only here it has been cut by the rivers a lot. The Gadjat Hill of the Odisha, very close to Chota Nagpur. And similar kind of rocks like Chota Nagpur, like Bastar, like Karnataka Plateau, Rayalaseema, Telangana, the Eastern Ghat. The Eastern Ghat also, which kind of rocks? Hard rock, soft rock. Hard, old rocks. And mineral rich, mineral poor area. Mineral rich. कुछ पॉइंट तो वो क्लियर ही है. बट गडजट हिल के अलावा एक और हिल है, दैट इज पार्टली उड़ीसा, पार्टली विच स्टेट एज वेल? आंध्रा, बिकॉज आंध्रा यहाँ पर इस तरीके से आंध्रा है. एंड दिस हिल इज कॉल्ड बाई वन नेम नॉर्दर्न सरकार हिल. विच हिल? नॉर्दर्न सरकार. नॉर्दर्न सरकार कंप्लीटली उड़ीसा और आंध्रा और बोथ. उड़ीसा आंध्रा बोथ. इस हिल में एक पीक भी है, उड़ीसा साइड पर एक पीक है, दैट इज फेमस पीक महेंद्रगिरी पीक. विच पीक? महेंद्रगिरी पीक. नॉर्दर्न सरकार में विच पीक? महेंद्रगिरी. महेंद्रगिरी पीक इन विच स्टेट? Odisha. Famous peak, but it one mistake got committed again in NCERT or many books also. It is the highest peak of Eastern Ghat. It is not the highest. It is major one, but higher peak somewhat different southward. UPSC asked one question on this part as well in the past in geography optional topic. Okay, Northern Sarkar is not the highest peak. Mahendragiri is not the highest peak, but Mahendragiri is famous peak of Eastern Ghat in Odisha state. Mahendragiri. But once we come further south, we have one more hill is there. Which hill this one? This hill we call Nalla Mala hill. Which hill? Nalla Mala. Nalla Mala or Nalla Malai. Nalla Mala completely which state? Now Andhra. Andhra में काफ़ी है ईस्टर्न घाट. And Nalla Mala area में भी we have Nalla Mala hill station. It is also famous peak. And इसी के आसपास एक और हिल भी है, and this hill is called by one name, Sheshachalam hill. Which hill? Sheshachalam. Two questions in the UPSC in the past, Sheshachalam hill. Sheshachalam hill also which state? Andhra. Famous for one special trees are there in that zone, red sandal, लाल चंदन मिलते हैं इस एरिया में. इस पर पुष्पा मूवी बनाई गई है, शूटिंग वगैरह है उन एरिया की, रेड सैंडल ट्री. इसको बचाने के लिए कंजर्वेशन भी किया जा रहा है, बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व डिक्लेयर किया गया है इस जोन में. शेषाचलम हिल, विच स्टेट? आंध्रा. और इसी तरीके से रेड सैंडल ट्री इस हिल में मिलता है, रेड सैंडल ट्री. इसको कहा जाता है पालकोंडा. विच हिल? पालकोंडा. दैट इज ऑल्सो फेमस फॉर रेड सैंडल ट्री. ये रायलसीमा वाले जोन है आंध्रा के, जिसमें शेषाचलम हिल, पालकोंडा हिल. बट एक और भी नेम है, सिमिलर नेम, वैलीकोंडा. पैरेलल टू पालकोंडा और इक्वल टू पालकोंडा, वैलीकोंडा. बट ये कोंडा वर्ड क्यों आ रहे हैं आंध्रा के अंदर? बिकॉज कोंडा का मतलब क्या है तेलुगु में? दे इज नॉट ट्राइब, इट इज माउंटेन. एक्चुअली जोग्राफी के अंदर इसको हिल या माउंटेन तेलुगु में, तेलुगु लैंग्वेज में माउंटेन है. तो ये किसी एक्टर का नाम नहीं है, किसी ट्राइब का नाम नहीं है ये. हाँ, कोंडा पर्टिकुलरली माउंटेन के लिए आता है. तो जितने कोंडा होंगे आप आराम से देख लीजिए. पालकोंडा, वैली कोंडा, नागार्जुन कोंडा, अराया कोंडा, अरमा कोंडा, गोलकोंडा एंड मेनी मोर नेम. बस अनाकोंडा छोड़कर सब लगा दीजिए. हाँ, वैलीकोंडा, वैलीकोंडा, पालकोंडा, आंध्रा, शेषाचलम and these areas. So Andhra Pradesh quite famous for Eastern Ghats. And once we further come to southward, then Tamil Nadu also start. In Tamil Nadu mein one hill is there, and this hill is called as, in Tamil Nadu region, that is Javadi hill. And one more hill is there, Shevaroy hill. Which hill? Shevaroy. This kind of name also Eastern Ghat, but which state these two? Tamil Nadu. और भी हिल होंगी, तिरुमलाई, अरामला, many names are there. So we have to accept it that Eastern Ghat having number of hills small, name like Garjat, then Northern Sarkar, then Nallamala, then Shechachalam. Suppose if we say that suppose it is the kind of Indian area, which the kind of hill this one, G for which hill here? Garjat, N for Northern Sarkar, and another N for Nallamala, this S for Shechachalam, and this P for Palkonda, this V for Valikonda, this J for Javadi, and this S for Shavarai. Simple बना ले ऐसे आप, and you will be remembering those symbols easily. Eastern Ghat names. But Eastern Ghat का एक हाईएस्ट पीक भी है यहाँ इन एरियाज में. तो ईस्टर्न घाट की हाईएस्ट पीक महेंद्रगिरी नहीं है. ईस्टर्न घाट वी हैव द नेम द हाईएस्ट पीक. एनी आइडिया ऑफ हाईएस्ट पीक हियर? कई नेम है इस पीक के. इसको कुछ स्कॉलर अरमा कोंडा ही बोलते हैं. विच एरिया? अरमा कोंडा. ये विशाखापट्टनम या वाइजैग एरिया मिलता है आंध्रा में, नियर नल्लामाला. अरमा कोंडा, वाइजैग. यहाँ पे एक हिल स्टेशन भी है वाइजैग विशाखापट्टनम में, अराकू हिल स्टेशन. विच हिल स्टेशन? अराकू हिल स्टेशन. यस. नहीं, वैलीकोंडा भी आंध्रा में है. आंध्रा. पालकोंडा भी आंध्रा. कोंडा इज तेलुगु वर्ड, तेलुगु स्पीकिंग एरिया दिस वन. अच्छा, okay. Okay, the part which we have indicated here, if we make a bigger diagram here, and again we want to show here because it will be difficult for you. Then which hill this one? G for Garjat. And which hill here having the Mahendragiri peak also? the northern Sarkar, and which hill is also parallel here, main hill of the Andhra here, Nalla Mala, and also which hill this side here, S Shesha Chalam, having the red center tree, and which hill this one here, the Palkonda, and this side which hill, Valley Konda. And once we come to south further, which hill this one? Jawadi. Further south, the Shivaroy. And if we say that Eastern Ghat is gradually coming to this direction, which area? Tamil Nadu. But this side, which area is there here? The Western Ghat. And Western Ghat, if I say Western Ghat like that, Western Ghat here also, Western Ghat here, and Western Ghat is getting broad in that area. Which area Western Ghat? These areas, Nilgiri here. So Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat very close. In which area? Nilgiri side. So even scholars say that gradually Eastern Ghat merging into Western Ghat. Eastern Ghat, Western Ghat मिलते भी हैं. Eastern Ghat meets with Western Ghat. Meets with Western Ghat. ये रॉक मिल जाती हैं आपस में. वेस्टर्न घाट किस एरिया में आके? नीलगिरीज. तमिलनाडु एक साइड, तमिलनाडु कर्नाटक की बाउंड्री पर, तमिलनाडु कर्नाटका जहाँ मिलता है इस साइड पर, एक साइड कर्नाटका है, एक साइड तमिलनाडु है, यहाँ की मिल जाती है. यहाँ पर एक एरिया भी है तमिलनाडु वेस्टर्न घाट एरिया, मीट्स विद द वेस्टर्न घाट. एंड कर्नाटका में ईस्टर्न घाट के ये पार्ट कहलाते हैं. छोटी सी हिल है ये जहाँ मिलते हैं ये. कर्नाटका में इनको कहते हैं बी आर रंगन हिल. बी आर रंगन हिल. तो बी आर रंगन हिल्स ऑफ ईस्टर्न घाट इन विच स्टेट? कर्नाटका. बिलीगिरी रंगन हिल भी कहा जाता है इनको. एक बिलीगिरी रंगन टेम्पल भी है जोन में. बी आर हिल या बी आर टेम्पल भी कहा जाता है. यूपीएससी ने ये क्वेश्चन भी लास्ट ईयर पूछ लिया था. ये ईस्टर्न घाट मीटिंग विद द वेस्टर्न घाट, ये कई बार आ चुका है. ईस्टर्न घाट नीलगिरी मिलते हैं जाकर. बट अगेन द क्वेश्चन केम अप. ऐसी तमिलनाडु वाले जोन में एक टाइगर रिजर्व भी है यहाँ पर आसपास, इसी एरिया के आसपास. बी आर गिरी रंगन हिल और बी आर हिल कहाँ पर है? ये बेसिकली इसको थोड़ा चेंज कर लें. बी आर रंगन नहीं बल्कि इसको कहिए बिली गिरी रंगन हिल. बिली गिरी रंगन हिल. एंड ओके. नहीं ब्रेक बनता है और मैं खुद चाहता हूँ कि ब्रेक मिले आपको. तो इसको हम शॉर्ट फॉर्म में क्या कह सकते हैं? बी आर हिल्स. हाँ, ये ईस्टर्न घाट के ही पार्ट हैं और ये बिल्कुल वेस्टर्न घाट से नीलगिरी पे आके मिल जाते हैं. तो वेस्टर्न घाट पे आके मिल जाते हैं. वेस्टर्न घाट की किस हिल में इसके मर्जर हो रहा है? हाँ हाँ. और यहाँ पे एक टाइगर रिजर्व भी है इस जोन में. इस जोन में सत्यमंगलम टाइगर रिजर्व. तो लास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन आया बी आर हिल पर या बिलीगिरी रंगन हिल पर. और 2-3 years बैक वन क्वेश्चन वॉज देयर सत्यमंगलम टाइगर रिजर्व पर. दोनों मिलते हैं आकर. तो यहाँ पे कौन सा टाइगर रिजर्व है? सत्यमंगलम टाइगर रिजर्व. और इससे पहले एक क्वेश्चन आ चुका है वेस्टर्न घाट ईस्टर्न घाट की मीटिंग कहाँ पर होती है? वेस्टर्न घाट किस एरिया में जाके मिलते हैं? नीलगिरी पर. इफ क्वेश्चन कम्स अप नीलगिरी मीन्स वेस्टर्न घाट एंड बी आर हिल्स मीन्स ईस्टर्न घाट. और जब दोनों की मीटिंग होती हैं तो इस पर टाइगर रिजर्व कौन सा है आसपास? सत्यमंगलम टाइगर रिजर्व. ये 2 स्टेट की बाउंड्री पर हैं, कर्नाटका एंड तमिलनाडु मीटिंग पॉइंट. एंड क्वेश्चन देखिए 3-4 आ चुके हैं इस पार्ट पर. So we have to identify the question and accordingly we have to prepare, because same question they can repeat in different way. So if name like Gadjat, Sheshachalam, Palkonda, Velikonda, which ghats? Eastern Ghat, if name like Nilgiri, Annamalai, Cardamom, Palani, Agastyamalai, then Western Ghats. If I say Mahadev Mahakal, then Satpura. If I say Kaimur, then Vindhyachal. If I say Delhi Ridge means Aravali. Yes, please. ये तमिलनाडु मगर इसकी बाउंड्रीज टच करती है कर्नाटका साइड से भी, सत्यमंगल टाइगर रिजर्व वाला पार्ट जो है। तो ये दो स्टेट यहाँ मिलते भी हैं, नीलगिरी के इधर से नीलगिरी आ गया, इधर से ये ईस्टर्न घाट आ गया, मीटिंग ईयर। नाउ विच इंडिया वी हैव डिस्कस टिल नाउ, इफ यू रिकॉल द इंडियन एरिया वी हैव डिस्कस विच पार्ट ऑफ द इंडिया, डेक्कन प्लेट्यू एंड also which area, central highland। देखिए ये इतना हो गया है, वेस्टर्न घाट, ईस्टर्न घाट, सतपुड़ा and which famous plateaus in between, Deccan Tribe, Karnataka and Rayalaseema, Telangana and Bastar or Dandakaranya। And which part of the Western Ghat this one? Nilgiri, Annamalai, Cardamom and Agastyamalai and Palani। And this side Gadjat, Northern Sarkar, Nallamala and also Velikonda, Palkonda, Sheshachalam and Javadi and Shivaroy। And here Satpura, and here which extension of Satpura? Mahadev, and this one is Mahakal। महकाल का ये पार्ट क्या कहलाता है? अमरकंटक, विच टू रिवर, सोन एंड नर्मदा। एंड डेक्कन ट्राइब का एक्सटेंशन ये विच प्लेट्यू, महाराष्ट्र, हैविंग विच फेमस हिल, गिरनार हिल, नोन फॉर दैट। So maximum information as per the examination requirement we have discussed, and several diagrams same time again and again। तो एक लिमिट आएगी कि आपको ये हो जाएगा। चलिए ये नेम साउथ को जानने का बेस्ट तरीका है the physiography of the south with their river also। River I will take up later on, but the kind of hills, mountain, kind of plateaus and the rivers। And if we from North India, we have to know the South more, and someone is from South India, then they have to know the North India more। This way the intimacy with any area। देख किसी एरिया को जानने के दो तरीके हैं, या तो उसका नेम याद हो या उसको देख पाए, जैसे कि मैप में देख पाएंगे आप थ्रू द मैप। ज्योग्राफी इज गिविंग बोथ द थिंग्स हियर, थ्रू द मैप, डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑल्सो, नेमिंग ऑल्सो। आप नेम से मैप से देख कर कनेक्ट कर लेते। सो इट इज़ बेटर कि कुछ साउथ के पार्ट अगर आपको याद नहीं होते हैं तो इन हिल्स वगैरह को जान लीजिए साउथ की, आपको साउथ याद हो जाएगा। बार बार नेम आएंगे आपको, बाद तक परेशान करेंगे नीलगिरी अनामलाई, अगर आपने अपने किया तो ये लगता परेशान करेंगे बाद तक, पूरी जर्नी में परेशान करते हैं सब एरिया, सब नेम। और उसके बाद हम रिपल्शन होता है एक लिमिट के बियॉन्ड। तो यू हैव टू कॉन्कर इन द बिगिनिंग कि किसी तरह याद तो हो जाए। सो मैपिंग यू कैन डू, फॉर एग्जाम्पल सिंपल मैप स्कॉलर्स हैव ड्रॉन, जैसे कि हम लोगों ने जो मैप बनाया है ऐसे ही ये प्लेट्यू के मैप है बस। मालवा प्लेट्यू, बुंदेलखंड प्लेट्यू, बघेलखंड प्लेट्यू, छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू, डेक्कन ट्राइब प्लेट्यू, कर्नाटक प्लेट्यू, तेलंगाना, रायलसीमा मिस कर दिया खैर, बस्तर प्लेट्यू, बस्तर को लार्ज वर्जन दंडकारण्य। विच हिल दिस वन? अरावली। विच हिल दिस वन? विंध्याचल। एंड ऑल्सो विच हिल इज दिस वन? सतपुड़ा। विच घाट और हिली एरिया? वेस्टर्न घाट, दिस साइड द Eastern Ghat। So one image is already there, and northward Great Plain is here, and the northern mountain is in detail। But which area is also there in that area? Shillong Plateau। So let's finish Shillong Plateau also। So ब्रेक लेना है तो ले लीजिए, आप 2 मिनट का ब्रेक ले लीजिए, ठीक है? 2 मिनट के बाद मिलते हैं। सो 2 मिनट्स का है, वाटर ब्रेक है आपका। ये क्वेश्चन है क्या कुछ? नहीं, क्लास तो कंप्लीट होगी टाइम पर। वो आपको ब्रेक इसलिए दिया गया है कि 11 बजे तो बिठाना है आपको, है नहीं है? अच्छा, ऑब्जर्वेटरी जो सेटअप की गई है अभी रिसेंटली तमिलनाडु में, महेंद्रगिरी वाले जोन में, एक महेंद्रगिरी वेस्ट, हाँ, देखते हैं। अच्छा, शिबाशीष, यू कैन प्रोवाइड द योर आंसर। आपका मेल है इनके पास में? तो इनको मेल दे दीजिए अपना, एक ही तो इनके आंसर आ जाएंगे बस। हाँ, ठीक है। सो टुडे यू विल बी हैविंग द मेल, एंड ऑन दैट मेल, नहीं पीपीटी तो एज सच बस जो मिलेंगी ना आपको, ये वाली पीपीटी मिल जाएंगी जो डायग्राम वाली आपके साथ में है। अब बाकी जो हैंड ड्रॉन जो स्लाइड होंगी उसके लिए अगर आप मिस कर दिए दें तो पीडीएफ आपकी सपोर्ट में है वो। बट ये जो रिमेनिंग एरिया बचा हुआ है केवल प्लेट्यू का, विच प्लेट्यू? शिलोंग प्लेट्यू, एंड ऑफ कोर्स नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न एरिया। एंड इफ यू show by map also, then idea of the Indian map you have now, and places of the India physical part. So I will advise कि you can take the blank map with political boundaries and you can draw yourself the hilly area, the plateau area. You may use a blank map, 3-4 map, only showing the peaks, famous peaks, north to south, east to west, only showing the mountain side, hilly side, plateau in separate map, passes in separate map. And when plateau is there, which plateau is this one? The Shillong plateau. A small area, large area? A small area. But this side, which plateau we have here? This which area? This one, the Deccan plateau. And Deccan plateau is like that, Satpura in this part, and this side we have which area? This one here, the Central Highland. And then we have this area. What is the common thing? Central Highland and Deccan Plateau and Shillong Plateau. Shillong Plateau is also old plateau, a part of which land? Gondwana land. So this area is having older rock, and even scholars say that earlier Deccan Plateau extending, ये Deccan Plateau और छोटा नागपुर का extension यहाँ तक था. This entire area was connected. There was no division, just like earlier, no division between Vindhyachal and Satpura. Later on, Narmada Rift Valley, Tapi Rift Valley got formed by subsidence. So, Shillong Plateau was attached with the Plateau India, remaining Plateau India. And ये Plateau India कहाँ तक फैला हुआ था? उड़ीसा and Bengal से लेकर ये यहाँ तक. But what happened in that area in the past? Due to some heating in that area, only mild heating, though eastern India remained free from the heating much. But scholars say that in some areas, the eastern area also the heating took place. This area that we call the eastern pocket near Bengal. and due to the heating, melting and crack, and gradually this area got subsided, and this gap got created. So between Shillong Plateau and remaining, you can say between Shillong Plateau and uh, Peninsula Plateau, remaining plateau, a Peninsula Plateau, land subsidence took place. Which thing occurred here? Land subsidence. Because of which reason? By the internal heat or magma heat. Eastern side less heat, but it is not free by internal heat or magma heat. And once this subsidence took place, a kind of gap got created here. One side the Plateau India high rock here, one side the Shillong Plateau, but this area, you can say, this gap got called by one name, Malda Gap. Which gap? Malda Gap. But as soon as this gap got created, then which tendency is there here? Water will try to come to low area, water will avoid the area. Water will try to come to fill the low lying area. And which two rivers in the northern India, the most famous river, for example, in this part of the India, which river is famous? The river Ganga. And also which river is there? Suppose is the river Ganga. Ganga water then, rather than going east or west, rather than southward, Bengal side. And also one more river that come from Tibet area, then taking the U shape and then again going like that. Which river? Brahmaputra. So Ganga water and Brahmaputra water, or these two rivers got the opportunity to come to this area after seeing the gap. But once river come, river only bring water or sediment as well. Sediment. Gradually the sediment of the Ganga Brahmaputra in the bulk filled up this area. And which area this got formed here? Bengal plain. The majority of the Bengal is the result of the Ganga Brahmaputra sediments. And Ganga Brahmaputra sediment got filled up in that area due to which reason? The sediments of the Ganga Brahmaputra in Bengal area, in Malda Gap. So large part of Bengal is made up by sediments of which two river, Ganga Brahmaputra. But why rivers came to that area? Because it was low-lying area, high area. And low-lying area due to which factor? Subsidence tectonic, heating, मालदा गैप. बट तब से ये अलग हो गया है, ये प्लेन बन गए हैं, अब इतने हाइट पे नहीं आए कि पुरानी हाइट. बट इनकी रॉक अंदर कैसी रॉक होंगी इस जोन में भी? हार्ड रॉक, सॉफ्ट रॉक? हार्ड रॉक, प्लेट्यू रॉक. If we search in West Bengal land or Bangladesh land in that area, can you tell me that इस साइड में ये कौन सा प्लेट्यू है यहाँ पे? छोटा नागपुर. एंड विच हिल ऑफ छोटा नागपुर? दिस वन, राजमहल. ऐसी शिलोंग प्लेट्यू में भी एक हिल है यहाँ पे, गारो हिल. विच हिल? गारो हिल. सो इवन वी कॉल मालदा गैप का एक दूसरा नाम भी है. दिस गैप इज बिटवीन टू हिल, राजमहल एंड गारो. सो दिस गैप ऑल्सो वी कॉल बाई वन मोर नेम, राजमहल गारो गैप. Malda Gap also called by another name, Rajmahal Garo. Rajmahal Jharkhand Bengal side and Garo in Shillong Plateau or Meghalaya region. Rajmahal Garo gaps. And this gap got filled up by the sediment of the massive river. If these rivers had not been here, then this area would have been very low-lying area or normal area? Low-lying area quite. Just like Narmada Tapi Rift Valley. But here sediments have filled up. But we can say, okay, that this zone also got the same subsidence as happened in Vindhyachal Satpura, Narmada Tapi or Western Ghat subsidence. This area is Eastern India. Three areas of subsidence in India. One western side, Western Ghat, Vindhyachal and Satpura के बीच में Narmada and southward Tapi, and then the Malda Gap, tectonic subsidence. But which area properly filled up by the sediments? द मालदा गैप और राजमहल गारो गैप. अब क्या बन गया इस एरिया में? प्लेन बन गए. एंड गंगा ब्रह्मपुत्र प्लेन इन वेस्ट बंगाल इन द बांग्लादेश. सुंदरबन area also we can call this surrounding, large part of Sundarbans. But question is that Shillong Plateau that is now detached from the remaining plateau here, The Shillong Plateau. Shillong Plateau is like that, correct? और कौन सी ये रॉक इनमें ज़्यादा ऊंची है इस साइड पर? इस रॉक को क्या कहा जाता है? गारो हिल. बट एक और रॉक बीच में इसमें सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ द शिलोंग प्लेट्यू वी कॉल खासी हिल. एंड वन मोर is there that we call the Jayantiya hill. So Garo Khasi Jayantiya, these are the hills of which plateau? Shillong Plateau. So as I said, which combination is there? Plateau, completely plateau with hills, plateau hill combination. Shillong Plateau is very famous for three famous hills, Garo Khasi Jayantiya. And these areas due to Meghalaya side, Bay Bengal also, the winds reach here, high rainfall area, low rainfall area. Especially Khasi area having two famous places. Which two places? Mawsynram and Cherrapunji. Worldwide records on their name on high rainfall. But I will discuss this part later on in climate section. Mawsynram, Cherrapunji. Very high rainfall pockets of the world. Rainiest places also we call. क्या स्पेशल है इन एरिया में कि ज़्यादा बारिश होती है इन एरिया? आई विल डिस्कस इन डिटेल वाई द रेनफॉल द मैक्सिमम. मौसिनराम records on the name of Mawsynram, world rainiest place, or Cherrapunji also having the records. But Mawsynram, Cherrapunji, very high rainfall. Which part of the Meghalaya or Shillong Plateau? Khasi Hill. But we have Garo Hill also. Garo Hill के कुछ एरिया, हिल मीन्स एक सिंगल हिल होगी या ग्रुप ऑफ हिल होंगे? ये ग्रुप ऑफ हिल होंगे. गारो हिल का जो ऊंचा एरिया है इसको कहते हैं नॉक्रिक पीक. विच पीक? नॉक्रिक पीक. यूपीएससी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था पास्ट में. नॉक्रिक पीक ए पार्ट ऑफ द अरुणाचल, बट ये कहाँ पर है? मेघालय का पार्ट है, गारो हिल में. इफ आई से गारो खासी जयंतिया बीइंग ए पार्ट ऑफ द शिलोंग प्लेट्यू, दैट इज वेरी मच पार्ट ऑफ पेनिnsula प्लेट्यू. इट इज बेसिकली ओल्ड हिल्स और न्यू हिल्स? ओल्ड हिल्स लाइक अरावली, लाइक ईस्टर्न घाट, like Vindhyachal Satpura, like we can say these are very old hills. And also mineral rich, mineral poor. Mineral rich, hard rock, like Chota Nagpur, like Deccan Plateau. So which state of the northeast having more minerals, copper and other mineral also? Meghalaya. But Meghalaya has a small size, bigger size, smaller side. But you know it very well that in northeast we have so small state touching each other. And one common state touching almost all the state, Assam. Assam touching also here. And actually Shillong Plateau is extension. यहाँ तक extension है Assam तक. एक peak और भी this plateau got extended here also. And this area under which state right now? Assam. And Assam में peak है, इसको हम कहते हैं Mikir hilly area. Which area? Mikir Hills. But Mikir Hills भी किसका part है? शिलोंग प्लेट्यू का ही पार्ट है. बट इसकी लोकेशन कहाँ पर है? अब मेघालय में, असम में? असम. बट मेघालय क्लेम इट इज़ देयर एरिया बीइंग ए शिलोंग प्लेट्यू पार्ट. दे से दैट मिकिर हिल शुड बी गिवन टू मेघालय लाइक गारो खासी जयंतिया मिकिर हिल. मिकिर हिल इज ऑल्सो द पार्ट ऑफ शिलोंग प्लेट्यू. बट असम सेज दैट मिकिर इज ऑल्सो देयर पार्ट, इवन जयंतिया हिल इज ऑल्सो देयर पार्ट. The dispute is also there, Assam versus Meghalaya, Assam versus Manipur, or Assam versus Nagaland, Assam versus Arunachal. What is the reason that so many disputes are there in the northeast? Because earlier Assam was a big state and then it was divided. And many culture, many tribes and small hills are there, isolation. So diversity is more in the northeast. And though political boundaries have been drawn, but these boundaries are not drawn properly, then of course some claims are there or counter claims. Yes? On which basis we say Eastern Ghat older than the Western Ghat? They seeing the depth of the rock or upper surface which are visible to us? Upper surface. Because magma or lava came up on Western Ghat from Reunion hotspot as well, or after dredging from Gondwana land, and it has covered the Western Ghat area. So Western Ghat is younger, but deep rock of Western Ghat old enough. The plain in the northern part in the Malda Gap. Yes, yeah, his question is also one question ki, is there any difference in Punjab plain and also Haryana plain, UP Bihar plain and Malda plain here. Can you tell me in which area maximum sediments we find? The Malda Gap area or UP Bihar land? Malda Gap area. Thickness of the sediment too much because these rivers due to low land fill too much, and with the time sediment got accumulated. So if I see thickness of sediment too much, several times than the Punjab and Haryana. So soil of the Haryana is thicker or soil of the Bengal is thicker? Bengal, because massive river Ganga Brahmaputra with their sediments. But here, okay, if I say that Mikir Hill is also the part of the Shillong Plateau, old hills, but that is lying in Assam. Mikir Hill में एक tribe भी रहती है, Karbi tribe. Which tribe? Karbi tribe. And due to Karbi tribe, this area is also called by one more name, Karbi Anglong region. Which region? Karbi Anglong. So Karbi Anglong is nothing but which hill? Mikir Hill. Karbi is name of what? A famous tribe of this region, Mikir region or Karbi Anglong region. Assam says that not only Mikir or Karbi is their area, Jaintia Hill is also the part of Assam. Jaintia Hill should be given. And Meghalaya says that not only Garo Khasi Jaintia, but Mikir should also be given to Meghalaya. But what Mikir, the Karbi tribe says, they say neither the Assam nor the Meghalaya, it should be the new state within the India, Karbi Anglong state, their demand of the new state. So disputes are many in this area also. So if I say Karbi Anglong or Mikir area also old rock, until Mikir we say it is the plateau extent. So if I say plateau found in the Assam, correct or incorrect? Correct, in the form of Mikir Hill or Karbi Anglong region. If I say plateau extent in Delhi also, correct, Delhi ridge, Aravalli extension. If I say plateau till Kanyakumari, yes, the kind of Agastya Malai, Western Ghat areas till the Kanyakumari. If I say plateau till Gujarat, western side, Saurashtra, correct. तो बाउंड्री थी प्लेट्यू की कहाँ तक फैली हुई है, यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक. सदर्न बाउंड्री कन्याकुमारी, नॉर्दर्न बाउंड्री दिल्ली रिज, वेस्टर्न बाउंड्री सौराष्ट्र एरिया, ईस्टर्न बाउंड्री मिकिर हिल. So we have to know it is the plateau extent. So idea of the plateau means a bigger idea of the India, because information wise plateau is covering large area and small pockets we have discussed. And after this entire discussion here, then you know it very well, once we started the physiography, 5 parts we have divided: northern mountain, Great Plain and Peninsula Plateau. But one more area we have discussed or mentioned here. Which area? Coastal India or coastal plains and with islands. Third desert I will discuss in climate section, that is requiring the proper explanation, Thar formation. But coastal plain islands, if I say small area of the India, large area of the India, a small area. But this area is also famous for which purpose? Coastal area, because coastal topography, island. Then you know for which purpose coastal area normally famous? Trade, international trade, export import or ports वगैरह we can develop. And also coastal area because of beaches and ocean, which significance also? Tourism. So coastal plains and islands, you can say the trade connectivity, trade routes, also the tourism. Uh, Even due to oceanic surrounding, high rainfall area, low rainfall area, high rainfall, and due to high rainfall and tropical climate normally southward, we have dense forest, so normal area this one, dense forest. More wildlife or less wildlife? More wildlife. Rich biodiversity, poor biodiversity? Rich biodiversity. तो एक साइड में डेवलपमेंट भी करना है, एक साइड में इनको बचाना भी है डाइवर्सिटी को. देन ऑफ कोर्स डिजास्टर हैं या विदाउट डिजास्टर दीज एरियाज, disaster also, cyclone, even tsunami in the past, disasters also increasing in that area, man-induced like climate change and other human activities, deforestation, etc. कहीं कहीं पर टेक्टोनिक डिजास्टर भी हैं, सुनामी और अर्थक्वेक वाले. बट इफ आई से that which area these are, do we call by any name also? Coastal plain, just like we have gave the name, we have also map ke through we have shown also these places. Can you tell me few famous coastal plain of the India? Arabian Sea side, western coastal plain, and Bay Bengal side, the eastern coastal plain. And western side coastal plain, like I'm sure you know this name, Konkan plain or Malabar plain. But eastern side, Coromandel plain. So we can also show our coastal plain in one single diagram. And if I say that suppose it is the boundary, coastal boundary of the India, and this side you know the Gujarat here, this side the Bengal here, and once you check this area, then this side we have the mountain along the coastal line or plain surface, slightly plain. Mountain though closer, Western Ghat, but some plain also there, lowland. Like Mumbai, in your opinion, mainly the plain area. Mumbai is mountain area or hilly area. Mumbai largely plain side, and Kochi, etc. Though closer to one side Western Ghat, adjacent to Western Ghat, these are one side the Western Ghat here, one side the Arabian Sea. And this narrow belt we call by which name? This narrow belt. This narrow belt we call by which name? The Western Coastal Plain. And this side, which famous ghats are there? Which ghat these are? Nearby that, Western Ghat. But between Western Ghat and Arabian Sea, this side the Arabian Sea we have. Which famous area this one? Between Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea. A narrow coastal plain. So this coastal plain we call by which name? Coastal plain we divide into two parts. One is Western and another is Eastern. Western and Eastern. Western coastal plain sandwich between Western Ghat and Arabian Sea, and Eastern coastal plain between Eastern Ghat and the Bay Bengal. And if I say that suppose a kind of line we draw here like that, which plain these are? Western coastal plain. Maybe 100 kilometer, 200 kilometer of width, like that. In some area hardly 30 kilometer, 20 kilometer even, width wise. And some scholars say कि इसको हम गुजराती coastal line से भी जोड़ सकते हैं, ये वाला part भी, this part. And if I say this long coastal area of the Gujarat here to here, then this coastal plain we even call by which name? Gujarat coast. Which coast? Gujarat coast. Which famous city in Gujarat coast? Many cities are there, but most famous city, which city is one? Surat. So Surat city, for example here, as for Surat. So Western coastal plain means Gujarat coast, a long coastal line, and Gujarat coast may places like Surat. So Gujarat coastal plain. And also we have one more coastal area. Which coastal area if I talk about here? Which coastal area this one? South of Gujarat. This side. We call this part the Konkan. Which one? Konkan. And this side also we have another coastal plain, the Karnataka side. Kannada. Which plain? The Kannada plain. And once Kerala we come, then which area we call? Malabar. So we can divide also these plains like that. For example, Gujarat coastal plain, and other than Gujarat, the Konkan plain, K for Konkan, and also Kanara or Canara. इसको बहुत से लोग ऐसे भी लिखते हैं, CANARA. Kannada, Kannara, like that. And one more plain we call which name? Malabar. Malabar means which state? Okay, Kerala. Kannada or Kannada means which state? Coastal Karnataka. And Konkan means which area? Maharashtra plus Goa. Any city of Malabar coastal plain, famous city? Kochi. And Karnataka की the city Bangalore, Mangalore. Mangalore. इस तरह क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी ने पूछे हैं. Mangalore is coastal, Bengaluru is inland area. Bangalore is plateau area, height पर है. But Mangalore, the coastal Karnataka. And Maharashtra and Goa, Konkani language is spoken here. Maharashtra, you all know which city? Mumbai, Konkan region. गोवा तो अपने आप इतना छोटा है कि उसको भी आप लिख दें गोवा कोस्टल मेनली. And this area Gujarat, for example, the Surat city. So some cities also you can check. Surat is here. This side the Mumbai. This side the also the Mangalore. This side the Kochi. But why these areas also famous? Kochi, Mumbai. These are the coastal line, good for trade, good for shipping navigation. But one more benefit is there. Western side, Western Ghat area remained the same as earlier or subsided here? Subsided. And entire structure subsided. And more depth. So this area we call submerged coast, emerged coast later on. Arabian Sea water, submerged coast. And due to submergence, more depth, less depth of water. More depth. And इस depth की वजह से basically zone में ship is easy or difficult to navigate. So navigation is easy or difficult? Navigation is easy. तो अच्छे पोर्ट कहाँ दिखाई पड़ते हैं? गुड पोर्ट्स वेस्टर्न साइड. यूपीएससी ने प्रीलिम में एक लास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया कि विशाखापट्टनम द नंबर 1 पोर्ट ऑफ बिजिएस्ट पोर्ट ऑफ द इंडिया. विशाखापट्टनम ईस्टर्न कोस्ट, वेस्टर्न कोस्ट? ईस्टर्न कोस्ट. ईस्टर्न साइड इज नॉट गुड. मुंबई इज बिग पोर्ट. नियर मुंबई, नवी मुंबई रीजन में नावा शेवा, जहाँ पे अटल सेतु बनाया है अभी मुंबई को कनेक्ट करते हुए साउथ मुंबई से. तो वी हैव मेनी पोर्ट. कोची ऑल्सो बिग पोर्ट. तो ईस्टर्न साइड से अच्छे पोर्ट हैं वेस्टर्न साइड पर. सबमर्ज है, थोड़ा डूबा हुआ है, डेप्थ ज़्यादा है, डेप्थ अच्छी मानी जाती है शिपिंग के लिए. गुड पोर्ट्स. But eastern side, पर if we talk about eastern side, the ports, the or you can say the coastal plain like that. It is the eastern coastal plain. Which difference you are finding eastern coast versus western coast? Eastern coast is wider or narrow? Eastern coast is wider. Eastern coastal plains are wider. Can you reply this? Why wider? Because you know very well that general flow of the river which side? West to east or east to west except Narmada Tapi? West to east. Many rivers falling like that, cutting here. And eastward slope of the Deccan Plateau, more rivers are coming here. But these rivers simply bringing water or sediment as well? Sediment. And these sediments have deposited in this area in the bulk. बट ये सेडिमेंट केवल यहीं तक है या ओशन में जाके भी गिर रहे हैं? ओशन में भी. ये ओशन के वाटर को क्या कर रहे हैं? शैलो बना रहे हैं, वाइड बना रहे हैं, डेप्थ डीपर बना रहे हैं? शैलो. इट इज़ गुड फॉर नेविगेशन और बैड फॉर नेविगेशन? बैड फॉर नेविगेशन. लेस डेप्थ. इतने सेडिमेंट गिरते हैं कि सी वाटर की डेप्थ कम हो गई है. एंड दैट इज़ बेसिकली ब्लॉकिंग द शिप्स ऑल्सो अनलेस वी इंक्रीज द डेप्थ आर्टिफिशियली. So eastern coast should be called due to more sedimentation because eastward slope, more sedimentation in that area by big river like Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi. And more sedimentation make this plain wider plus also shallow depth or greater depth unlike the western side. Shallow depth. So धीरे धीरे ये डेप्थ और कम होती जाएगी तो ये एरिया ऊपर आ रहा है. लैंड की सेडिमेंट ऊपर आ जाएंगे. तो वी आर कॉलिंग इमर्जिंग कोस्ट और सबमर्ज कोस्ट. इमर्जिंग कोस्ट. बट वेस्टर्न कोस्ट विच कोस्ट? सबमर्ज कोस्ट. तो ईस्टर्न कोस्टल प्लेन्स ऑल्सो इमर्जिंग. इमर्ज कोस्ट हाइट इंक्रीज हो रही है इनकी ड्यू टू मोर सेडिमेंटेशन. तो इमर्ज कोस्ट गुड फॉर नेविगेशन, बैड फॉर नेविगेशन? बैड फॉर नेविगेशन. तो इंडिया में ट्रेड कहाँ से ज़्यादा होगा? वेस्टर्न साइड से, ईस्टर्न साइड से? वेस्टर्न साइड बिग शिप्स ईजिली कैन कम. So one transportation navigation I will discuss part later on also detail आएगी. But eastern coastal plain, if I say good for because of the sediments are more than fertile land, normal land, fertile land. Especially which crop we can cultivate because of water as well. Rice, Andhra, Odisha, Tamil Nadu. Farmers here quite famous for rice cultivation. Main belt of the rice other than Bengal, Punjab, UP, Bihar, this part of the India. A rice belt. Many more crop as well. Wider plain, full of sediments, fertile alluvial soil also available by these rivers. So eastern coastal plain having more relevance in agriculture. And ports are there, but the ports are not as good as the western side. So any name also, the name of the eastern coastal plain, do we call by name? Actually, one famous river is there, Krishna river. Which river here? Krishna river. Suppose I say this river is Krishna river here. This river is, for example, the Krishna river. Krishna river is like that. Which river this one? Krishna. The scholars have divided the plain north of Krishna and south of Krishna. And eastern coastal plain two parts, north of Krishna and south of Krishna. South of Krishna, the famous name is Coromandel. Which name? Coromandel plain. Coromandel. Coromandel plains. And north of Krishna, the we call the, because of which hill is there, Odisha Andhra border, northern Sarkar. Sarkar plain or northern Sarkar plain. Parallel to northern Sarkar hill. Northern Sarkar plain. Do you remember northern Sarkar? Part of the eastern Ghat, Odisha Andhra. Can you tell me northern Sarkar plain means which state? Odisha and also which Andhra? North Andhra, including Vishakhapatnam. But Coromandel plain means which area? South Andhra, North Andhra? South Andhra and entire Tamil Nadu coast. Chennai is of course Coromandel part. तो नॉर्थ सरकार प्लेन का फेमस सिटी कौन सा सिटी है ये आंध्रा का वाइजैग विशाखापट्टनम एंड कोरमंडल का फेमस सिटी चेन्नई बट वाइजैग के अलावा यहाँ पे कटक है पुरी है उड़ीसा के एरिया भी है तो नॉर्थ सरकार प्लेन एंड कोरमंडल प्लेन्स मीन्स विच इंडिया ईस्टर्न कोस्टल प्लेन वेस्टर्न कोस्टल प्लेन ईस्टर्न कोस्टल प्लेन बट कोंकण मालाबार कैनरा the western coastal plain and you know it very well that if I say here suppose I say northern Sarkar plain then which two states Odisha and which Andhra Odisha and North Andhra till which river till Krishna river in south उड़ीसा के एरिया को कुछ स्कॉलर केवल उड़ीसा प्लेन के एक पार्ट करते रहे हैं कि इट वी कैन ऑल्सो कॉल उड़ीसा प्लेन स्पेशली उत्कल प्लेन उत्कल प्लेन इज नॉर्थ सरकार प्लेन और पार्ट ऑफ नॉर्थ सरकार प्लेन पार्ट ऑफ नॉर्थ सरकार प्लेन पार्ट ऑफ द उड़ीसा उत्कल प्लेन सो उत्कल वर्ड फॉर विच स्टेट Odisha. So this word Utkal or Kalinga or Odisha. Utkal, Banga, Vindhya, Himachal. Utkal means Odisha, Banga means Bengal, Vindhya, Himachal, central India, Madhya Pradesh and surrounding India. And Ganga Yamuna means the kind of area, the Great Plain area. So in national anthem, this part, so Utkal for Odisha. And part of the North Sarkar plain. But if I say Coromandel plain means which states? Okay, South Andhra plus Tamil Nadu, एक यूनियन टेरिटरी भी है जोन में एंड तमिलनाडु कोस्ट एंड ऑल्सो पुडुचेरी पुडुचेरी का मेन एरिया इसी में पड़ता है कोरमंडल प्लेन में एंड दैट मीन्स कृष्णा रिवर का नॉर्थ कृष्णा का साउथ साउथ ऑफ कृष्णा this particular plain, including Chennai, including Puducherry, like that. But Coromandel plain is also having one kind of special characteristics. Generally, Indian area known for summer rainfall, June, July, August, September. But यहाँ पे rainfall ज़्यादा कब होती है? नवंबर, दिसंबर. So Coromandel plain famous for winter rainfall or summer rainfall? Winter rainfall. अक्टूबर से बारिश शुरू हो जाती है यहाँ पर और मेनली नवंबर में एंड दिसंबर. दैट्स वाई चेन्नई में फ्लड कब आती है? जुलाई अगस्त में, नवंबर दिसंबर में. लास्ट ईयर 2023 almost flood like condition in many places in Coromandel area. Yes. नहीं नहीं, ये जो कृष्णा रिवर है, ये कृष्णा रिवर कहाँ पर है? ये कृष्णा रिवर इस साइड पर है, साउथ में, विजयवाड़ा एंड सराउंडिंग एरिया. अब विशाखापट्टनम इसके नॉर्थ में, साउथ में? नॉर्थ में. एंड इफ आई से कि विंटर रेनफॉल इज बेसिकली कॉज बाय विच मानसून? साउथ ईस्ट मानसून, नॉर्थ ईस्ट मानसून. तो यहाँ पे ये कुछ हवाएं आती हैं विंटर में और बे बंगाल के मॉइस्चर को लेकर ये यहाँ पे बारिश करती है. नॉर्थ ईस्ट मानसून वी कॉल. But I will discuss this part in detail. Northeast monsoon, how erupting, how causing rainfall. Northeast monsoon, winter rainfall, October, November, December. Heavy rainfall in winter time. Rest of the India dry, but this India is almost having flood as well. So we have to accept it that India has so much diversity in the kind of physiography. We have plains, coastal, we have the Great Plains, we have the deserts, we have the plateau area, we have the hilly area. We have the mountain area, and we also have the extremely cold area like glacier Siachen and this surrounding Ladakh. We have the hottest kind of area like in the plateau India to Thar desert. So ये पार्ट हो गया है. अब कल हम लोग कौन सा सेक्शन शुरू करेंगे? रिवर्स. और कुछ आइलैंड रह गए हैं, आइलैंड भी होंगे कल. आइलैंड एंड द रिवर. Sedimentation. Eastern coastal plain is wider or broader due to sedimentation brought by the river Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi.